¿Cómo está? And welcome to Beer 30 Friday. I'm your host, Wookie Fever. And I have with me Abby Someone.
Hello. Oh, wait. There we go.
Yes. It's Friday. It's a different type of show. There's so many people on Friday nights right now broadcasting on YouTube. You know, all the big guys talking about the same things that they hate just to get, hate watch stuff and to get the clicks because they hate Disney or Star Wars or some person who produces some shit. So it's called beating the dead fucking horse.
Yes. So I thought you'd change the intro to the George Jones Finally Friday.
Wait. That's going to be next week. Although I'll probably get copyright struck all to hell, so that might
that's
be
when you do strictly a Rumble stream.
Yeah, it might be a Rumble only. We are simulcasting on Rumble as well as YouTube, so it's like stereo hurts in two places at once. So
stereo solo.
We got that. Oh yes, stereo solo. Holy crap! But yeah, we're broadcasting to all points. Don't know who's going to be coming on, who'll be in the chat. I don't have any idea. It would be nice if someone would show up because we're nothing without the chat. That's kind of the topic of today's is we're nothing. That's an old line. It's a line that was used a couple of years back, and it's used by at least one other YouTuber that I know. I think that started on his channel like 4 years ago when they started his channel. And it's we're nothing without the chat because it's kind of true in the sense that you have to communicate with the people who are watching you. And if someone wants to chat and ask questions or bring up a topic or chime in or tell you to fuck off or whatever, you've got that interaction. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, true.
And some of the bigger YouTubers that have like hundreds of thousands of people and big channels and etc. on Friday nights, they only pay attention to the super chats.
Mm-hmm.
They only pay attention to those. They don't really pay attention to the other
15,000
freaking chats. And I can understand that, right?
Because they're monetized mainly.
Well, that they get the super chat money.
Right.
YouTube gets about 30% of that shit. So that's nice.
Tube.
But that's, the way it goes. Anyway, so yeah, we're nothing without the chat. And it kind of popped into my head earlier today when I was thinking about, well, if we're just going to do a chill stream, let's talk about something that a lot of YouTubers say that I know that I used to be on their shows and panels, etc. Back in the day, was that we're nothing without the chat. And right. your channel is nothing without your chat, honestly, because you want engagement, you want to talk to people.
That's your audience too.
You want to, right? Exactly. I mean, yeah, we have a whole one person watching right now. Isn't that great? Between two channels. But hey, it's young. The night's young. Because most of the people are either watching Doomcock or F&T or somebody else.
Some are just getting home from work too. That's
true. It's Beer 30. Damn it.
I mean, if I didn't have summer hours right now, I'd still be at work. Hey, here you go. What do you know?
Hey, B-Dog. What's up, man? Welcome to the show. And unfortunately, I've been involuntarily sober for the last 6 months.
dude, it's called get in the car, drive down to the market. They have this cooler there. You usually have things called beer cans in there. They sell them by the 6s or the 12s or by, if you want to get really fun, 30, and you can get bottles or cans.
There's a little problem called money and lack thereof.
What? It's just like
an expense. It's an expense. It's a luxury expense.
It's like
not an expense that's.
It's like 12 bucks.
It's one of those, for a 6-pack.
Okay, well,
unless you're buying Bud Light, then they might give a buy one get one on fucking $3.
Hey, my Miller Lite is $15 for a 12er down at the market down the corner here.
You can get a 30-pack at Tecate for 21.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Well, you know, yeah, I've just been kind of like, trying to save my money because that's $20 a shot. And if you drink like I do, I go through a 30-pack a week. So like, fuck.
Well, you know,
Well, I just stopped because of money. So
do
not
we need to start a GoFundMe for the Wookiees beer account?
could be.
Give Sin go.
Yes. Yes. Give, send, and go buy.
Give Sin and
Go
get
buy
drunk.
booze.
Yeah.
Anyway, no. So yeah, we're nothing without the chat, and we've got BDog977 in the chat. He says hello. He's actually, no, we're broadcasting on Rumble too, BDog. So just so you know. But yeah, so the good thing about some of these platforms like StreamYard, Stream Elements, or whoever, there's a lot of them out there now, is that you do a simulcast like Rumble and YouTube, and you can read the chats from both. The problem is with StreamYards, you can't respond to the Rumble ones directly,
No.
but you can respond in your chat here. But I can go to my Rumble page during the stream, and I can actually respond on the chat that way. But yeah, you're nothing without the chat because you can form some relationships. I know there's a lot of guys I've seen in the chat that were either in the chats from other YouTubers. I used to go on their panels and stuff. So
Yeah.
It's there you go. From the Rumble side. B-Dog goes from the Rumble side. He's in stereo too.
He's multitasking.
Yes, that's a good thing. But yeah, so fuck. We got nobody watching but B-Dog's in the chat. So it's like, what?
Well, you know,
Freaking
could be worse.
well, what's funny is Rumble says I've got 6
Yeah.
over here on the Rumble side. I have 6 over here on the Rumble side right now. And I have 1 on the YouTube side. And I have 0 on the StreamYard. Anyway, hey, for those of you that are watching that's not B-Dog, please respond in the chat. Just say hi, whatnot, so forth. Anyway, so how are you, Abby? I heard you had to trim some pomegranate trees today.
Yes.
Alex Animations. That's my kid right there. Hello. My minion. My minion is in the chat.
Hey, Alex, go to the store and get your dad some beer.
She's too young.
Damn it.
Damn it. Oh, shit. Anyway. Yes, so your Beer 30 story is that you had to trim a pomegranate tree. Tell us.
Yeah.
The pomegranate tree.
Well, exciting stuff here on the Wookiee channel.
Hey, now we got 3 people watching.
Yes.
Back in there. No, he has enough already. I don't have any. What do you mean I have enough already? I have none. 0. Zilch.
Goose egg.
Yes. Nada. So, anyway. So, how long have you had that pomegranate tree?
Since we moved into the house, it was here.
Damn. Does it give good fruit?
Yep.
Nice.
It didn't bloom anything this last season, but it's got some blooms on it this year. So
Yeah.
year before, good God, it must have produced close to 100 pomegranates.
Damn, that's pretty good, dude.
A small tree too.
Those things can be pretty freaking addicting.
Yeah, I'm not a pomegranate person.
They are a pain in the ass to try to, peel
And they're
eat
messy.
stuff. Yes. They're a great dye.
Yeah.
They're great. Die.
So I was taking a bunch in and taking them to work and stuff, and here, take
Giving
them.
them
I
away.
don't need them. Yeah.
There you go. There you go. So we're. Are you sure about that? Yes, I'm sure about that. Your mother saw to that. She wants all the money.
This is why I'm single.
You lucky bastard. Anyway.
Hello.
No.
So
Yeah.
last night I saw an interesting documentary.
About what?
Gene Wilder.
I love Gene.
It's
his
called
movies?
Remembering Gene Wilder. It's on
Oh, okay.
Netflix. So
Gotcha.
it's quite good. They had,
Did
you
go
know,
over his friendship with Richard Pryor a lot?
went over that. Went over how he and Mel Brooks actually met. How he got the part for the producers.
Yeah,
And from there, you know,
it's history.
with the whole history, with this, you know, his whole history as far as acting and writing and directing, and
Yeah.
pretty good. Kind of got sad there at the end because, you know, he died of complications of Alzheimer's and stuff, and so he was kind of, you know, they were talking about that and stuff and how
Well,
it
that and he was married to Gilda Radner for a long time too.
Gilda, they were married for about 5 years before Gilda died.
Yeah, she died of what? Some sort of brain cancer, wasn't it? Or...
She had cancer, cervical cancer.
Oh,
So
wow.
yeah,
Stream Killer.
good movie. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it is. So, how did he get the role in The Producers? Did it talk about that?
So he was doing a play off Broadway.
Yeah.
And the star of the play was Anne Bancroft.
Mm.
And at the time, her and Mel had been dating.
Yep.
So she mentioned to Mel about this guy in the play, kind of odd, kind of quirky, but, you know, amazing actor and stuff. And you should use him in your, you know, cast him in your movie that you're writing. And at the time, the movie was called Springtime for Hitler. That's what the title was.
Yeah.
So he was still writing the script, and they had Gene over. They talked and stuff, and they gave him Mel, you know, after the few readings, the few pages that Mel had, which was the scene where he meets Zero Mostel.
Uh-huh.
The crazy scene where I'm wet. Now I'm crazy and I'm wet. You know, that scene. He goes, "You've got the part. Don't worry, you've got the part."
You've got the part.
Well, unbeknownst to Gene, though, Mel hadn't finished the script, so the movie wasn't going to go anywhere yet, and he still had to get funding with the studio and stuff.
Right.
You know? So in the meantime, Gene was doing other projects and stuff, and he was actually in Bonnie and Clyde with Warren Beatty and Faye Dunaway.
Really? I don't remember him.
He had a part in that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go back and check that out.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that movie in like 30 years, but yeah.
So finally, they, you know, tell us we got the thing written, but, you know, you've got to meet Zero because he gets final say so on who plays Leo Bloom.
Nice.
So they talk about, you know, Gene meeting Zero Mostel, and it was kind of comical. They walked in, and Gene was being Gene and just, you know, to himself, and so Zero, they started going back and forth. You could tell that Gene was anxious, so Zero flat out grabbed Gene's head and kissed him dead on the lips. And Gene just relaxed after that and was Leo Bloom. He goes, "You are my Leo Bloom." So,
didn't they do that in the movie too?
I don't know if he did that in the movie.
Because I thought Leo Bloom freaked out a little bit, and then that's what Bialystok did, was kiss him or some shit like that.
No, what happened was I can't remember what started it. he started having an anxiety attack. He goes, so like, I'm nervous. He's screaming at the top of his lungs, saying, "I'm nervous. I'm freaking out." So Zero Mostel the character throws water on him and gets him all wet. And goes, "Now I'm anxious and I'm wet. I'm anxious and I'm wet." And this goes on for another 5 minutes. So Zero smacks him in the face, slaps him. "I'm in pain and I'm wet."
Oh, that's Gene. Oh shit.
So
what was the movie that Gene did not want Mel in at all? Otherwise, he wouldn't do the movie.
it was Young Frankenstein.
Yeah.
Gene had written Young Frankenstein and wanted Mel to produce and direct it.
Yeah.
But he didn't want him starring in it.
Nice.
He didn't want to have any role in the movie except for directing and producing.
Nice.
So, and he said, "Okay," And the thing about that, Gene had written this thing on yellow legal pad, the whole thing, right?
Nice.
The whole premise of the movie, and the scene, the putting on the Ritz scene with the dancing and stuff like that. Mel didn't want it. Mel wasn't going to do it. So they had a huge fight over this scene.
Oh, I think I heard about this story.
And this is when because Gene lived on the East Coast, so he was out here staying at the Beverly Hills Hotel, and Mel had come to visit. And they're trying to finalize this thing. So they have this huge argument. Mel storms out. Mel is gone for like half an hour. Comes back to the room. He goes, "You'll never believe this. I saw this guy walking down the hall, ranting and raving about a part in a movie that he didn't want in the movie, but the guy the other guy's right. We need to have that in the movie." So it winds up in the movie.
Oh shit! Yeah, that sounds like Mel Brooks. Oh shit! Yeah. They don't make, they don't have guys like that anymore that make movies,
No.
in such a fashion. It's all corporate money making bullshit. That's why everybody's bitching about The Acolyte,
Well,
they spent like $100 and something million on these episodes of the show, and it's so fucking anti fucking Star Wars. It's not even funny.
Well, and that we've talked about this before on the other show, that they are trying to kill the franchise. And
oh, absolutely.
One way to do that is to get rid of all the old legend and lore, and rewrite history.
Right.
Essentially.
Yeah, they want to basically, they want to just take everything that was George Lucas's canon and world. And pretty much just like what B-Dog says, gay it up, gay Star Wars. But they're doing stuff with the Force that was never, ever, ever touched on, was never intended to be. And then they're changing then some people are getting offended from the light side and the dark side. Somehow they're thinking it's racist. No, it's not racist. It's good and evil.
Yeah.
Evil's the dark side and good's the light side. And so it's all just, it makes your head fucking want to explode that these people are, doing this to these franchises, but they're doing it to every mainstream or every franchise that there is in every genre, whether it's comic books, movies, television shows, artwork, fucking statues. I mean, they're fucking with everything, and just it's like what George Orwell said in his book. They're changing there's no past. It's just an endless present, and that's what they're trying to do. And I don't know. it's weird, and apparently they're not doing too well because
Well, they're not.
Disney. I think Disney as a whole is about ready to lose their ass with all the stupid shit they lost money on with Marvel, and now with Star Wars, losing their ass on Star Wars. Um, and,
Well, I mean,
the other friend. I mean, they pretty much fucking shit canned the Muppets. They bought that out.
right.
Because Jim Henson's greedy ass little shit kids fucking didn't give a shit about what he did.
Why is it always the kids that fuck everything up? Henson's kids, Sam Walton's kids,
Yeah, exactly. They have no fucking loyalty to their family, just to the money.
Alex has kind of got a nail on the head there.
Yeah.
Well, and the thing, ever since Michael Eisner left Disney, it's been a shit show.
Eisner, depending on whatever your opinion is on the guy, he did run Disney on an even keel, and I think it was he left, and then whoever came along, which was Iger, that's when they started buying everything.
Right.
And I think they started with the Henson Company. Now, Henson had some successes other than just the Muppets. I mean, he did the movies, of course, like Dark Crystal and stuff like that.
Right.
But also he had the television series, not Stargate.
Farscape.
Farscape. That's right. Farscape. That was a successful sci-fi, I thought.
I do too.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
But I think that was the last production for Jim Henson Company.
For Jim Henson Studios.
Yeah, and then it was sold to Disney.
Well, the thing with Eisner, Eisner worked his way up in the Disney Corporation. He started at one of the parks as, a vendor, selling stuff in the stores and stuff like that.
Oh, wow.
And he has worked his way up through the company. So he knew the ins and outs of the company from the bottom up. And he'd been doing it for years. I mean, he remembers I tell you how old the guy was. He remembers having a conversation with Walt Disney when he was a kid, working at the thing.
Nice.
And he was probably the last link to what Disney was prior to all this crap.
I think, and Eisner, like you said, knew the ins and outs of the way things were going, but I think he had a respect. He had a respect for the IPs that were Disney's.
Well, he knew what the tradition of Disney was.
Exactly, and he tried to, even when they would do expansions or whatever that may be, in the parks or whatnot, or something new, it was all respectful to Disney Corporation or the Disney legacy, I should say,
right,
as a whole.
Well, it was all done. It was all done in say, like, lack of a better term, the Disney canon.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah. Now, what you're seeing and what we have seen is a lot of the beloved animated movies. They have tried to turn them into live action productions for a more modern audience.
Yeah.
Which I think, if I'm not mistaken, all of their live action remakes of their cartoons have not done too well. Disney used to be known for cartoons, for the movies, the traditional movies, the Snow White, the Sleeping Beauty, the Dumbo, all those things,
Sword
like the Fox and the Hound, the Sword and the Stone, the freaking, Robin Hood.
Think about the Swiss Family Robinson.
But they had,
I know it's based on a book, but Disney made the movie of it.
Right. They took the fairy tale books, these storybooks, whether it was that Swiss Family Robinson, the Daniel Boone,
Daniel
or David
Boone.
Crockett, I should say.
Yeah.
Well, they did both of them, I think.
Right.
Because that's where they got Frontierland, which
Jungle
is not there
Book.
anymore. Jungle Book, which was a good cartoon.
Right.
But you
They
also
did.
have
They did. Well, that's what originally Pirates of the Caribbean was based on. Treasure Island.
right, exactly. Yeah, Treasure Island. And matter of fact, I have Treasure Island on an LP.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, the
I don't-
submarine ride at
Yeah,
Disney
that was
is based on 20,000 Leagues Under the Seas.
yes, exactly, Captain Nemo, which it's no
Yeah.
longer there. They changed it to the
Yeah.
they
Finding
changed it
Nemo.
to Finding Nemo. Yep. So, wait, yeah, Alex in the chat. Oh my God, I hate live action remakes. Like, why remake it? It was already good to begin with. Exactly. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are like that. Now, I will say, in cinema there has been some remakes with some distance, but time wise apart from each other.
Right.
That the remake, in my opinion, was better than the original. I think you could. There's a few out there like that. Like you could say, if you ever watched the movie with Cary Grant called An Affair to Remember,
Right.
that was a remake of a movie called Love Affair.
Right.
Word for word, character per character. The funny thing was, in the remake, they actually had the guy that played the lead character, who played Cary Grant's character, in
Right.
Affair to Remember.
Right.
They actually had him in it as a buddy of his, someone he knew. And because I saw both movies.
Mhm.
Now, they tried to do a remake of that, of Affair to Remember, with Warren Beatty. No, it wasn't
Yeah.
Warren Beatty.
Yeah. Well, Annette Bening was in it. I thought.
Annette Bening was in it. She was one of the, but they tried to do a remake, a more modern, upgrade, which is fine and all. That's fine.
I think
Make-
it was
make
Warren
it
Beatty.
contemporary. Yeah. I don't think it did very well
No.
because the actors aren't interesting. Cary
No.
Grant was interesting,
Right.
Um,
The only
Mike-
thing interesting about that movie was that Warren Beatty and Annette Bening were married in real life.
they
That was it.
were real. They were really married. Yeah.
And they still are, which is,
Yeah. But well, and that's great. Good for them. Awesome. A lot of people in Hollywood don't stay married that long if they're both, in the business.
No,
So,
they don't.
um,
Unless you're Sam Elliott
yeah, there you go.
and Catherine Ross, who've been married
Yeah.
for almost 40 years now at this
Holy
point.
crap.
Cruel!
No shit. Alex in the chat says, plus, if you do make a cartoon live action, then you better make it effing good or else I won't like it. Yeah.
Yes, because we're all worried about Alex in this one.
No. You know what? There has been a few live action movies. Well, actually, I think the only thing I can think of that I can
Cruel's
equate
idea.
it. Hang on a second. Let's go over here. Cruel. Let's do a remake of a remake of a remake for the remake X Infinity. Yeah, exactly. Yes. We can do that.
Are you saying Hollywood's not original anymore, Cruel? Is that what you're saying?
No, they're fucking boring and they only want to plagiarize. They
Like
have
our
no,
president.
they have no
No.
imagination and no creativity.
Like our president.
Like all of Hollywood.
Yeah, well.
But
They need to make a live action movie of the wacky races. There we go.
oh
That'll
fuck.
solve the
Well,
problem.
wait. They did that.
What?
Didn't you ever watch that movie with Tony Curtis and Jack Lemmon?
Oh, that's 80. That's 80 Days Around the World or something like that.
It was a car. They were driving. That was actually a pretty damn good freaking movie.
Was that Chitty Chitty Bang Bang?
No. It wasn't Chitty Chitty Bang Bang. No, it wasn't. I forget the name of the movie, but it had Tony Curtis, who played the good guy.
Jack Lemmon
And
played
Jack Lemmon
Professor
played
Fate.
he played like the Snidely Whiplash or like
He pla-
freaking
his-
Dick Dastardly.
It was him and
Peter
Peter
Falk.
Falk.
Yes.
Peter Falk.
Oh, that was such a good fucking movie.
I think it's
Oh.
80 days around the world or something like that.
Yeah, but I think what they did is, I think Hanna-Barbera took that and turned that into the Wacky Races,
Yeah.
and kind of took all the Hanna-Barbera, IPs and pitted them against each other, because you see that character that Jack Lemmon played with Peter Falk.
Yeah.
Doesn't it remind you of like Baron Automatic from Tom Slick, or
Oh yeah.
fucking
Oh yeah.
or that like Dick Dastardly,
Yeah.
and Muttley, like Hanna-Barbera. I mean, they're carbon freaking copies.
Yes, David Niven.
David Niven.
Yes.
Yeah, he was in it too. Yeah, he was. He was.
Yeah, it was.
But Tony Curtis was in it too.
I like David Niven in Doctor Strangelove.
Oh fuck! Wasn't he good though in Casino Royale?
Casino Royale.
Not the one with Daniel Craig. No,
No,
the original Casino Royale.
where every other person was named James Bond.
Yes, Peter Sellers was James Bond.
Woody Allen was James Bond.
Yes,
It's like,
that
what?
that was a Woody Allen movie too.
Yeah.
Holy shit! Yeah. Well, and then how many remakes of that? How many remakes of Around the World in 80 Days? I mean, I think the best one was probably the Three Stooges go around the world in 80 days.
Yeah.
It was done in the 60s. Jackie Chan did, and Owen Wilson did the Around the World. And what was it? No, it was Jackie Chan.
It was Steve Coogan, I thought.
Yeah, it was Jackie Chan, and that was Around the World in 80 days. That was.
I thought that was quite good.
Yes,
I thought that was
actually
good.
did enjoy that. That was pretty funny. That was.
Then again, I'm a Jackie Chan fan.
Yeah, Jackie Chan, and Sammo Hung was in it, but he was only in it after I had to have my lunch.
Yeah.
What a great line. I had to finish my lunch.
Yeah.
No, that was a good one. But the Three Stooges ones, they did a bunch in the 60s with Curly Joe. And
yeah, but they were showing their age in the 60s, man.
They were. Of course they were. Fuck, they've been around since the 20s. Yeah. I mean, they did their first independent short in like 1930 something.
I think their last, with all three of them, on-screen appearance with it was in a Mad Mad World. Because they played the fireman on.
Yes, they just stood there, and everybody.
Airport.
Yeah, and everybody, I guess, in between shots and shit, everybody was like all like fanboying them and stuff.
Right, because they hadn't been around. They hadn't been in public for several years at that point.
Yeah. They were also in, what the hell movie was they in? They were in Rome. And it was Mo, Larry, and Curly Joe.
Oh.
Was it like fucking Cleopatra or some shit?
I don't know.
It was one of those ones. It was like it was something like that. Kroll, don't you know which movie that was? The Three Stooges were in, like, it was either it was a Rome movie.
You have that movie
in your that movie
in your catalog?
Yes. It was a serious movie too, and all of a sudden they were in it. They were like playing court jester type roles. But it was Mo, Larry, and Curly Joe. God, what was it? Why do I want to say it's Cleopatra?
What is Alex talking about?
What? This might give you all migraine, but I have no idea what you two are talking about. I didn't think you did.
Where is this person's education?
Well, okay. She knows who the Three Stooges are. She knows who they are. A movie I don't have. Who knew? Yeah,
Who
knew? Yeah, they were. That probably was. That was probably their, because who did that movie? Who produced
Which
it?
one?
Was it
Mad movie with Richard Burton?
It could have been. No, but I'm talking about the Mad Mad World one. Wasn't that oh fuck, because Rob Reiner was in it.
Rob Reiner was in it. Sid Caesar was in it.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, who wasn't in it? Jonathan Winters was in it.
Yeah.
Peter Falk was in it.
Peter Falk was in it. Who was the guy that was Rochester, but that's not his real name?
That's not.
He was in it.
He was in it.
The fucking Phil Silver.
Spencer Tracy was in it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That Spencer Tracy. Holy shit. The guy that played the guy that played
Jim
what-
Backus was in it.
yeah, oh yeah, you can't screw up with old fashioned.
Buddy
Mickey
Hackett.
Rooney and Betty Hackett.
Yeah.
Wait, what was the guy that? Remember the guy? You remember the show My Three Sons, right? My
Yeah.
Three Sons.
Oh,
Who was the uncle guy, the redheaded guy?
Mr. Flubber.
No,
Uncle Charlie.
Uncle Charlie. He was in that too.
Yeah, he played.
the
Was his last? His name was
commissioner.
Aloysius, wasn't it?
Aloysius. Yes.
Aloysius. Yes.
His name was Aloysius in the movie. That was great. Oh, and let's not forget the beginning of the movie. We had Jimmy Durante.
Jimmy Durante. Yeah.
Jimmy Durante. Cleopatra. I have the Richard Burton film. I don't know.
But Jonathan Winters was in that movie and good. There's one point in the movie where he just snaps.
Oh God! Wasn't that the gas station scene?
Yes.
Yeah. Somebody actually got hurt. One of those two guys got hurt during the filming of that scene. One of those two guys actually got injured. I don't know if they got a broken arm or something, but something happened. And
but years later they tried redoing Mad World.
Yeah,
in
didn't
the
do
late
well.
90s or early 2000s.
Yeah, it didn't do too well. I think it was like The Great Race or something.
It was called Rat Race.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it wasn't organic. Like
it had John Cleese in it.
Yeah, I had the potential. I think
it had good.
Rowan Atkinson was in it. I think Rowan Atkinson was in it too, but it just didn't have an organic.
I thought it was
feel
casting that had the good actors in the movie, but the script was horrible.
Yeah, that's the difference between good writing. If you've got good writing, if you've got good writing and you've got good actors, you got a fucking hit. It doesn't matter if it's a romance or a fucking action movie.
I've got to respond to this. I don't care if she's 13. When we were 13, what were we watching there, Wookie? Come on. I mean, we knew stuff
We
at
had
13.
My Three Sons, the Ghost of Mrs. Muir.
I think we had watched
all the Three Stooges,
the Stooges stuff, and
Star
Jerry
Trek,
Lewis, and all that.
Jerry Lewis movies. Oh yeah.
Remember Topper? We watched the Topper movies, the series.
Yeah, and the original Topper had Cary Grant.
Cary Grant.
He played the ghost, which is actually funny as hell.
Yeah,
that was actually a pretty funny movie. Oh yeah, you got Planet of the Apes.
Planet of the Apes.
Damn dirty apes.
You did it.
The original and the
blew it
TV
to hell.
series and the TV show.
Yeah.
The live action show and the cartoon.
Yeah.
Always wanted the lunchbox for that. I remember the kids back when we were like third grade had that freaking lunchbox and I wanted it.
Yep.
So that because it was the lunchbox from the live action TV show, which was good. So yeah, what the heck? Wait a minute. You never heard of My Three Sons? Okay, it was an American sitcom from 1960s.
Yeah.
Look it up. It's actually not a bad show. It's not a bad show at all.
Kind of one of those kind of moral to the story kind of shows every week kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, it's about a single father who is trying to raise three kids. Mother died, and it's just him. And I think actually Uncle Charlie was actually like I don't know, was he the actual uncle of their dad, or was he like a friend of the dad's? And they just
I thought he was an uncle of. I thought he was the brother of the wife that passed.
The wife that died. Maybe that's okay. Yeah, that makes sense now.
No.
Yeah. It's a good show. My Three Sons. A lot of those sitcoms back in the 60s were pretty good. They had The Nanny, the original Nanny, which was actually pretty good. It's just kind of like that was kind of like a play on the Bewitched.
Yeah.
Because you had Bewitched, who was a witch, and then you had freaking the nanny, who she had some kind of supernatural powers. I don't know. And then on top of that, you had Jeannie from I Dream of Jeannie, and everybody wanted to be Barbara Eden, fucking Michael Anzera, you bastard, you lucky bastard,
fucker.
He did.
Yeah, well, that's the problem.
He wasn't a bad-looking guy anyway. Shit.
No.
But yeah. So what do we got here? So the Star Trek Gaggle. Score 16. Yeah, I saw that earlier today. Yeah, it makes someone was saying a lot of people actually were referring to it was a worse score than the Star Wars Holiday Special.
Wow. You really got to work to get that back.
It's worse. It's a worse audience score. And then, dude, I tried. I found it after all these decades. I never got to see it. I remember when it was broadcast. So I had black and white fucking TV. You couldn't get the channel tuned in that it was broadcast. It was all black and white fuzz, and all you could hear was the audio. You couldn't see nothing. I was pissed, crying, despair, desperate, distraught. 40 fucking years later, I get to watch this movie. I can't stay through the first 15 minutes of it. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit?
Right.
I lost my ever-loving mind when I was like 10 years old because of this piece of shit.
Right. So, okay, I got to answer this.
Wait,
You know, Alex,
Where?
Alex, I mean, with you guys, you know, okay, yeah, this is okay.
Okay.
Well, Alex, let me explain. Wookiee, when we were kids, had audio tapes of shows that were 50 years before us, because 50 years before us, they didn't have television. They had radio.
yes.
And
Oh, shit,
Wookiee
yeah.
had radio
I had
tapes from radio shows that we would listen to.
I had the freaking Abbott and Costello.
Abbott and
shit.
Costello.
Oh my god! I don't think I had those anymore. I think I got rid of them when I got because after so long,
It degrades.
the tapes start to degrade. It was kind of a bummer because I had a hell of a fucking collection
Yeah.
of
Well,
not
you had
just
more
music,
than just
but I
Abbott
had
and Costello.
yeah,
you
I
had
did.
some Milton Berle. on there.
I had a bunch of shit, yeah, but it's heat, cold, and it just gets destroyed.
Yeah.
I can probably find all that stuff digitally and probably do it that way. But yeah, it was great stuff. But not only that,
Well, cool. It was that thing, modern time, the time back way when we didn't have these fangled, music boxes that gave us visual pictures. We had to listen to things.
yeah, we had to listen to these
and use what they used to call imagination,
We had to use our imagination with popsicle sticks. And lightsabers out of straws
Yes.
and sticks. No, holy shit. Well, here's the thing too, Abby. We had LPs and 45s. We had books on disc, and
Right.
it's not a CD. It's actually vinyl.
Vinyl,
There's
yes.
the storybooks that used to come with the 45s.
Right.
Remember that shit? Remember you get like a G.I. Joe storybook and it
They
came
would tell you
with
the
the frickin',
story of that figure,
you'd
whatever
stick
you
it
bought.
in your Fisher Price freaking player.
It was an
they were
episode.
which were good. I mean,
Yeah.
to be honest with you, those Fisher Price freaking turntables, that plastic housing and shit, those things
Yeah.
got the shit kicked out of them.
Yeah.
Because you take because it had a handle on it, you could like shove everything in it and then carry it, go down the block to your friend's house,
Mm-hmm.
hook it up and play whatever, listen to whatever 45, and then your friend would go get into his dad's freaking Led Zeppelin shit and Steppenwolf and Led Zeppelin and freaking. I remember listening to the first time I ever listened to Kiss was an LP at my buddy's house. He grabbed his dad's freaking LP. I think it was one of their first. It was their Japanese tour album or whatever the hell it was from.
First record
fucking-
I ever
I don't know
bought
what the
was
hell it was.
Kiss.
That was the first one I ever listened to.
It was first record I ever bought was Kiss. It was the Destroyer album.
But the first one I ever bought, I think, was, I bought. I mean, my mom and dad bought for me, but I think the first one was outside of like the Disney stuff, was the actual Star Wars storybook.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I still have it, and that was actually the one that they got me, I think, for birthday or Christmas or some shit. I still have it. It's a storybook, but on LP.
Yeah.
And it was great. It's great.
You gotta go find an LP play. Record
And you
player.
can
They got
find
those
those.
Crosleys now, so
They're coming out. They're coming out with Victorolas.
yeah.
Bringing the brand back. I don't know who's doing it, but they're bringing it back.
Probably some Chinese company that's
Well,
bought it.
fuck. Dude, you can go to Walmart over here, and they've got a whole section of vinyl.
Yeah.
Music on vinyl. It's making a comeback.
Yeah, they got it at Best Buy over here too.
Yeah.
But didn't you have Three Dog Night?
Back in my from K-Tel Records.
Yes.
A complete Three Dog Night collection, which I think I still have.
Remember that racket? You get that thing in the middle. Just send us a penny, and
Yes,
you get
exactly. Oh, I did that. Those some of the first cassette tapes I got. I got Kool and the Gang. I got the Jay Giles Band. Pat
He's
Benatar. Yeah, Pat Benatar, and a couple of other ones. Yeah, it was all that. What the fuck was it? Yeah, the who was that? The music club. You used to get it in the TV guide. The tear
Columbia
out
Records or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was that. But they had K-Tel Records too. But they
Yep.
didn't do this. They didn't do the cassettes. They did the LPs. But yeah, I think it was Columbia House. That's who it was. Columbia
Yeah.
House. Yeah. That's my first cassette tapes I bought on mail order.
COD.
COD. Yeah, pretty much.
They don't do that now anymore.
Yeah, no one knows what the hell that is. COD.
No.
What's that? But hey, hang on a second. But hey, at least she would teach us. Wait. Back in my day, we had Dora the Explorer that would give us headaches trying to figure out where stuff was. Yeah, with the talking map. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But hey,
What kind
at
of
least
fucking
she
drugs
could
are they
teach
on
us
with that one?
Yes. Yeah, she could teach us Spanish. Cool beer. Hey, my first CD I bought was a soundtrack for the Transformers, the anime movie. Cool. My very
Alex,
first,
Alex, I know Spanish too. Más cerveza, por favor.
Sí.
Sí. ¿Dónde está el baño?
No, my first CD I ever bought, and I bought a player as well at the same time. I bought a Sony Discman player. They came with the shock absorbers, so you could put it on the dash of your car, and you got the cassette thing, right?
Yeah.
The very first CD I ever bought was the soundtrack to the Howard Stern movie.
Oh Jesus!
That was actually, dude. That was actually a bitchin' ass soundtrack.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that was such a good fucking soundtrack. I think I still have that CD, but damn, it was good.
Too bad he went to hell.
Yeah, he got fucked up.
Yeah,
he got the brain rot. I have vinyl. Cool. B Dog, what do you got? Old stuff, new stuff? What do you got? Yeah. You know what? Yeah, it is. It truly is.
Oh,
cash on delivery. I know. Yeah, COD. Yeah.
I got.
Yep.
So we were down in where we grew up, and this is for B Dog left to go live up north. And my mom, in a box, had stuff that she was going to put in the yard sale. And I saved it because I knew what it was.
Oh, boy.
I knew if she had gotten rid of it, somebody would have been pissed on this chat.
I bet.
And it was the box set to Led Zeppelin.
Oh, fuck. Holy shit.
Yeah. I grabbed that and I said, you're not selling this. This is Brian's.
I think I remember that. I remember listening to that box set. There's some cool shit on that. Oh my God.
It was all CD, but still, it was Led Zeppelin.
Yeah, exactly. Zeppelin. That's right. I know what red and blue in Spanish is.
And yes, we still do not know what happened to the Notre Dame jersey that I had gotten him for either Christmas or birthday one year.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
ruh-roh, Reggie.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. Where did it go?
Yeah, shit. Yeah, I've got like a lot of the Disney LPs. Like I've got the storybooks. So like I actually have an LP of Treasure Island, the story of Treasure Island. I've got Johnny Appleseed, which you cannot get. You can't get that movie at all anywhere. They vaulted it
Oh,
a
I
long
remember
time
that
ago.
one.
Huh?
Was
What was
that?
that?
That was a Disney movie, though, right?
Yes. All I have. Okay.
Was that a very young Kurt Russell in that movie?
That was animated.
It was animated.
Yeah, Johnny Appleseed was animated. I think you're talking about the one in the '60s.
He was a kid. No, he wasn't. He
Yeah,
wasn't like a
he
teenager.
was a kid. No, he was a kid, and it had Cesar Romero in it. I think it was like he's supposed to be like a genius or something like that.
No, this was one where it was like he was going across. It was like right around the when they were going out west. This is right around after the Revolution. After I want to say after the Civil War,
cool.
and they were going out west and making that
Oh.
Western progression. America was.
Oh, yeah.
I want to say he was like a kid.
Well, there was one where he had some kind of super power or something, and Cesar Romero and some other guy were criminals trying to kidnap him for
Yeah, I remember that movie.
ransom or something, and that was a Disney one.
He
But
did
he
a
did
lot
more
of
than
Disney
one.
stuff.
Yeah, he did when he was a kid. Yeah, when he was a child actor,
Yeah.
up until he was a teenager. Yeah, he did a lot of Disney in the '60s. I mean, another good one was and I think we still have it on CD or DVD. The Ugly Dachshund. And that's what the fuck's that guy's name?
Oh, hey!
It's about time you showed up, you Spectre. The Time Spectre.
Yes.
What?
You're
It took 10
saved.
minutes
Time
to
profit
show.
here.
It took 10 minutes to show the window? What the hell is going on with the internet? What's going on with the internet?
It's the Illuminati and the black helicopters.
Yeah, Illuminati. Oh man. Yeah. So no, yeah.
Going to Bohemian Grove.
Bohemian Grove. Illuminati. Black SUVs. Tenant window.
One world order. One world government. Elitist.
Don't tell Abby his flag is upside down. Yeah, he knows.
Prophet, my world is upside down, so it kind of goes hand in hand.
Oh, you're in it. Wow, you guys having problems over there on the Big Island, huh?
Really?
Oh, wow.
Solar flares.
Solar
That's what I say. Solar flares.
I guess that way on purpose. Yeah, you're right. You're pretty smart.
Yeah. Alex is educated.
Her Abby, your offspring and her should hook up on the old Minecraft because she does that and some other stuff.
He hasn't done Minecraft in, I want to say,
all of a sudden
years.
he was a Minecraft addict and now he's given up.
Well, I think it ran its course with him. You know what I mean?
Really? He just got out of his system.
It just got out of his system. Now he's into these like strategy, take over the world games.
Oh shit! Watch out! We got a Dr. Evil on our hands.
It's more like how about a good game of chess?
Oh shit! Oh, I thought it'd be more like a Skeletor. I will rule Eternia.
No, it's more like $1 million.
My internet has been shitty this entire time, and I'm in Palm Springs on vacation. Yeah, well, the internet shouldn't have been bad at your aunt's place. So, but yeah, probably over there on those resorts with 85 million assholes on the internet. You're sharing.
Oh, you're
sharing
in Palm.
Wi-Fi.
She's in Palm Springs.
Yeah, they'll be back tomorrow afternoon.
Well,
They're in Palm
tis the
Springs.
season right now in Palm Springs, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Great.
It's
homes in
so
Minecraft.
special there right
And
now.
not live in them. Yeah. You can build great homes in Minecraft and not live in them. Yes.
Yes.
That sounds like Skeletor on helium.
Until we meet again.
Oh, the same way. I Minecraft now. Yeah, I think she's into Sims or something.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Remember that game Sim City? You had to build a city and stuff like that. You had to keep everybody happy.
Yeah. Is the only place you can get a square meal. Minecraft. Yeah, square meal. Funny.
I would, I would build the city and then send Godzilla after it.
There you go. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, I remember. The Gobster used to do that. I forgot the name of it, but he'd build like all these cities and shit. It was actually pretty cool.
Was it called Civilizations? Because there was one like that.
I'm not sure. He did. I forget the name of it. But he would play it on his. I think he had PS5 or 4, whatever it was. But he'd stream it, and you could see him building roads and houses, complexes, and power plants, and all kinds of different stuff. It was actually kind of cool. Kind of therapeutic, like real chill. Oh, City Skylines. That's what it was. City Skylines. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, those were cool videos he did. Now he's all political and depressing. No.
What?
I spent 2 hours recording guitar today, but it was bad, so I got to recorded bad guitar? What the hell's wrong with you, dude? I thought you were, all the stuff I hear you do is good, man.
Time Prophet. That's why I drink.
That's why. That thing you sent me was pretty cool, dude. Is that finished, or are you still working on it? Is that part of what you're working on right now still? Let me know in the chat. I want to let people hear the good stuff. Yeah, that was good stuff. No question. I like it. But
Time Prophet's an artist. He wants perfection.
I'll tell you what, his videos are top notch. No question. I mean, have you seen some of the stuff? It's funny as shit, some of the stuff he's done. Oh my God. The Doctor Who movies with Peter Cushing in them he's done are funny as hell.
No, drinking isn't therapy. It's essential.
A minion was finished. Okay. Yeah, that's a good, dude. It's good. It's good, dude. Yeah. No, drinking isn't therapy. Yes, it is. Smoking is. No, smoking isn't.
Well, cigars, yes.
Cigars, maybe a pipe, but yeah, no.
We got to get Wookie some more cigars.
No. God, I haven't had any in a long time. Again, economics. But yeah, I have lots of songs nobody's ever heard. Well, start sending me some so I can hear them. Weed. Yeah, no, you're too young. Weed. What the hell?
Well, she is in California.
Yeah, well, that's legal over here too. Now, more than medicinal. But yeah, still regulated. Most all the weed fields in California are all owned by the tobacco companies anyway.
Oh, now they are, yeah.
Imagine
they thought it
that.
was so great that all these people were going to make money and stuff and have their own
weed farms.
No, the government came in and said, guess what? We're taxing it.
Yep.
It's ours.
And it's going to be run by all the tobacco companies.
Yes. And you have to adhere to these guidelines, blah, blah, blah.
Philip Morris and all those bastards.
Yeah. Telling you, dude.
Yeah. So much for that shit.
They grace you with your ability to grow, is it 3 or 6 plants here for
as far as they
use.
know.
Yeah.
As far as they know.
Yeah. You know,
Back in the day,
smoke, but I do like the gummies.
He's tried the Cruise Chews.
No.
The Cheech and Chong stuff. Apparently, it's available in all 50 states now.
I got these that I take before I go to, it helps me sleep. So.
Gotcha. Oh my God. We have a collaboration between the Time Prophet and Alex Animations.
Oh.
Wait, the definition of fitness has changed many times though. Wait, what? I picked the wrong one. I just recorded me singing too. Okay, what is the difference between a feminist and a knife? At least a knife has a point. Cruel.
Cruel.
2:00 in the morning, and he's sharp as a knife.
Cruel with Don Rickles.
He did. He did. Oh, what the hell?
That's another guy that I
Oh,
miss seeing
God.
on TV.
Oh, God, Rickles. Alex has seen Rickles, Don Rickles. She's
You know.
watched some Don Rickles with me.
Did you see the clip I sent you recently
No.
of the Dean Martin roast?
I think I did, yeah.
Takes many years to be a comedian, and you ain't made that year yet.
Yeah, exactly. We ain't made that year yet.
Well, thank you, Jerry.
It's like, yeah, I know shit. Oh God, that sucks it. We'll be back in 10 minutes. Okay,
And
we
for
should
those
still
in
be
the
here.
audience, Dean Martin and Jerry Lewis used to be a comedy act together back in the early 50s and
Late 50s and early
Late-
60s.
Oh, I thought it was the early 50s.
Well, maybe it was through the 1950s and in the early 60s, and then they separated in the early 60s, I believe.
Yeah.
I can't remember. They did a bunch of buddy movies together.
Yeah.
So, oh, wait, we're being invaded. Hey, how's it going there?
Yeah, who let you in?
The Comic Expo hero.
Hello, everybody.
Did you get any good swag at the comic convention there?
No, he didn't go yet.
Damn it.
Not yet. Mañana.
Hold on.
Mañana. Look, T-Bunny, people are cheering you on. Alex Animations, T-Bunny.
Sorry, I had the wrong earbud in.
Oh, yeah. The Rock. What the hell was that?
Oh.
Damn. Abby, you all right?
Huh?
It sounded like somebody cast a demon out or something.
Well, I was
I know,
trying to say
right?
Barack as I
Some pea soup is being spewed or something. Huh?
Oh, what a
This-
great movie that was. Remember Repossessed with Leslie Nielsen?
Oh, God.
And who,
I try
and-
not to.
What? Wait. Wasn't Linda Blair in that one?
Yes, she
I
was.
I think
oh
he
my
was.
God.
Yep.
Oh, Linda
Yeah,
Blair.
yeah. Her
I'm
career
tr-
was kaput at that point anyway. So
Yeah, she
just-
was already falling away from. She was she wasn't even on the list anymore. She was down at the bottom of the alphabet.
I'm
Well,
trying-
there's not really a lot that you can come back from. That
Yeah,
particular role,
Exorcist. It's like
I'm trying to do a problem being. I'm 4 beers in. I'm feeling pretty good.
Oh, okay. Okay,
yeah, he
okay.
was on Jack and Coke. So yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just on beer.
Oh,
no,
well.
no, wait, well, so Linda Blair was she did The Exorcist, and then that was kind of like the coup de grace, I think.
Yeah. Oh,
And
funny.
she tried to
can't
do
get
some
any-
other stuff that didn't go anywhere.
No.
I don't believe.
Well, she did those spookiest place on earth things in the late 90s.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He
Yeah,
was the host of that show.
yeah, kind of like a Ripley's Believe It or Not type of deal.
It always came out during Halloween.
She was actually in the Exorcist TV show, which was actually really good.
I don't
she was
remember
in
that. I don't remember that.
She was
TV
in
show.
that. Yeah, she played an older, like a grown-up Linda Blair, and her daughter was getting possessed.
Huh. When did that run? Do you remember what years?
That would have. Remember the actor who played Arthur in Merlin, the blonde-haired
No.
guy.
No.
Well, he played in that. That was around 20, maybe 2020. I mean, 2019, 20. No, it's earlier, about 2015. Maybe about 2015, I think. But there's like a run of shows at that time that were kind of like in that vein, and they all
Wait, what?
they all lasted one season.
What? Cruel, Mean Gene, and Jesse Ventura were also in it towards the end. In what?
Repossessed.
The Repossessed? I don't remember that.
Yeah,
I
they had
don't
like
have
a.
the answers. I just have the questions.
Yes. Just had to
No,
question.
they had like a wrestling match there towards the end,
Oh,
and
shit.
they were like doing commentary.
Oh shit. Okay.
You don't remember? I hated that movie, and I still remember that shit. Come on.
All I remember was Leslie Nielsen was in it, and Linda Blair, and the pea soup, and the head spinning, and that's about it.
Well, there towards the end, there's like this whole entire thing where they were trying to like, this is right before the Devil with the Blue Dress song,
Oh fuck!
Oh,
which
man.
is how they,
Who made that movie anyway? Was it?
I don't
Zucker
know.
Brothers or?
I don't know who did it. I just those like direct spoofs like that. I've always liked it if it was like
Could have been
a
those guys.
legitimate, straight up and down, but it was funny.
Right. Yeah. It could have been the guys that did the scary movies. Scary movie movies.
I guess I'm googling. Hold on.
Anyway. All right.
Again, we've lost Alex. Just had no idea what we're talking about.
Yeah, she doesn't have any idea. Oh, young lady, you got a plethora of movies and stuff to look up and watch.
Yes.
We will do that.
Yes, young
Oh,
grasshopper. Your
Yes.
education will be long and serious.
Long and serious. Like that of He-Man and Skeletor.
Until we meet again.
Yeah.
Okay. So it was directed by Bob Logan,
Oh.
who also wrote it. Had Leslie Nielsen, Linda Blair, Ned Beatty.
Oh, Ned Beatty.
Ned
was in
Beatty.
Yeah. Anthony Stark played the father Luke. You'd recognize him if you saw him. He's in a lot of things. He's one of those guys from that thing. Willie Garson was in it. I forgot that. But yeah, that was 1990.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
1990.
a bit
Yeah.
ago.
Yeah. Shit. I was involved with my first wife in 1990.
Oh, wow.
No wonder I can't remember shit.
Well, that's filled with beer and bong resin. That's why.
Oh, fuck.
At that time, you were looking for an
1990.
exorcism.
No. That was 1990. Not you're thinking of like 1990 fucking 7 or some shit.
No, that time you weren't looking at or watching exorcisms. You were trying to get one.
I was trying to. Yes. Well.
Yeah.
Yes. This is how good it was, and Abby can attest to this.
Mhm.
After the divorce, we played golf in my house.
In your house.
Yes,
Okay.
we did.
We did. There was an opening through the and there was an opening above the pass-through opening from the living room from the kitchen to the dining room,
Uh-huh.
and it was big enough that you could shoot a golf ball through it from the carpeting in the living room across the house.
Right.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
There's
And
been
then-
a time
and then-
profit
And
sighting,
then,
by the way.
and then the
Yes.
Wookiee has the great idea to give the dog Hefeweizen beer one night. Probably not the best move at the time.
At any
But-
time.
I miss
But-
that dog. I
but
miss that dog so
The
much.
poor dog had
Poor
a headache.
Buster. I love
Yeah,
that. dog
Buster.
so much.
Poor Buster.
Oh my God. Yeah. He wasn't feeling any pain until the next day.
Yeah. 'Cause he
You
drank
gave
it
your
all up.
dog a hangover?
He did.
He liked, for whatever reason, he liked the taste of the red beer.
But we
I had some red beer.
Oh, well. Yeah.
I had some red beer. And the dog had some red beer. And then I had a little more red beer. And the dog had a little more red beer. But
A
he,
big says it was probably his bong.
oh, shit. Yeah.
My
that was
question
so
is,
fun.
were there seeds in there?
Yeah, red beer. Yeah. Red beer. Yeah. Actually, it was back in the mid and late 90s. They had the red beer thing, like Red Stripe, and there was some other red beers.
Killian. Killian.
I think fact, I think that might have been what I gave the dog was the Killian's Irish Red. I think I'd gotten a 12-pack or a 6-pack of the bottles. Yeah.
You know, those beers all in that era, they ran their course and you don't see them again. They're gone.
I'll tell you what, the best stout I ever had is in a bottle
Yeah.
was the Murphy's stout.
Murphy's.
Was better than Guinness. And now you can't find the damn shit.
I like Pete's Wicked Ale.
I think the original formula of Miller Genuine MGD was good,
The first,
but I
Yeah,
think
go
they
ahead.
changed it.
because that's all we drank back then.
Yeah, MGD.
We'd go get a 12er, put in a golf cart, and go play 9 holes, and then come back in
Yeah.
and get shit case at the
Taste it.
fucking bar
Bud Light.
and go play another 9.
Don't you love a taste of Bud Light? Yeah, I know you got the pictures, you phantom bastard. Time phantom.
Time, profit,
Bud Light.
profit, not phantom, profit.
Time peddler.
Well, you guys are leaving me in your dust because I've never drunk anything in my life.
Well, you know what? You're probably not missing anything.
I don't think I am.
Nonsense.
I honestly
There's
don't
fun
think
to
I
be
am.
made.
Yes, fun to be made. Pictures to be taken and stories to be told
Yes.
and messes to clean up.
Well,
Generally,
it's the
sometimes
chicken
not
or
ours.
the egg argument. It's the chicken or the egg argument, though. Did you actually have a good time, or was you so addled that you think you had a good time? You know, it's like, well, I had this great time. I puked all over myself, wound
You
up
know,
in
we
this
never-
bathroom, and
We never got like that.
woke up beside this old ugly chick. It's like, wow, what a good time I had.
We
you know?
we never got out. We were like blew, just lost our shit when we were doing that. During that
We-
time.
We didn't. But
We didn't.
remember that one time?
Well, Dexter did.
My No, I'm talking about my roommate.
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
Remember that one?
The
Yeah,
heifer.
she had a hard time. She had a real hard time.
Well, she's trying to keep up with us. That was the problem.
Yeah, that was a mistake.
This is a good philosophical question. If you had a great time in the middle of a forest, did anyone hear you? You know.
Right.
Sure, Bigfoot did.
Well, yeah. It was a great time. It ain't no more.
It was a great time. Yes, was.
Well, I mean, the night before it's like, woo, and then the day
Yeah.
after it's let my
Well,
people
this is
go.
back in the-
Yeah, exactly.
Wookie
Yes,
was.
T-Bunny. Yes.
I don't think the divorce was final at that point when I was going up there and playing golf every other weekend or every weekend. Was it?
No, yeah, it pretty much. Well,
She had moved out.
okay, there was about 90 days that, 90 days. And then after that, when I got served, and then 6 months later.
Because I'd go up on a Friday night to his place. I lived like 45 minutes away from him. At the
Yeah,
time.
I lived in Temecula at the time.
So how long was it between being married to Mangala then when you married Satan?
Oh, fuck.
So
Not long
how
enough.
long was that? Not long enough. Okay.
Not long enough, but yeah, I got, okay. Wife number one,
Mhm.
I was divorced in 97.
Uh-huh.
97, yes.
Okay.
I think it was 97. Wife number
I
two,
do have a divorce hat.
I met wife number two in 98,
Really?
I believe. Yeah, met wife number 298. We got married in 2000.
So you had 2 years with
And-
Satan, and you
and
didn't know,
divorced
you didn't
in
figure out that she
2005.
was- you didn't know she was this evil in 2 years.
No,
that you were acquainted.
Well,
I think his divorce to his first wife was finalized in 97 because I was going.
yeah. It was finalized in 97, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
uh-huh.
Actually, I'm trying to think. When the hell did I get married to wife number one? Was it 90? I'm going to say it was either. When did I meet her? I think I got married in 91 and divorced in 97.
Okay.
And then I met wife number two in 98
Mhm.
and got married in 2000 and divorced in 2005.
So 3 years, and you didn't know she was that vile and evil in 3 years. Were you not paying attention, or were you just like overlooking
No,
a
it
lot
was
of red
like-
lights?
Yeah, I pretty much was overlooking
No.
a lot of red lights because I was pretty fucked up in the head at that time.
Oh.
I-
Bunny.
I had low
overlooking red
self-esteem,
lights and
so-
going through intersections
Yeah.
on red lights.
Yes.
Okay, and not listening to people.
Yes,
Whoop, whoop,
I actually
whoop,
had-
whoop.
Don't do it.
Warning, warning.
yeah, I literally had people telling me, "What the fuck are you thinking about?" Literally pulled me aside and said, "Are you serious about this shit?" And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah." Well, I had low
Wow.
self-esteem at that point because of everything I went through with wife number one,
Mm.
and I was in a low place,
You
and
just-
then realized,
well,
"Fuck this shit!" I'm like,
I think
I'm out.
here, I'm going to be honest. I think you would have been much better off with the other one that
With
you were
which
kind
one?
of, which you were seeing before number 2.
The crazy chick with the 2 kids.
No,
Oh, I don't remember the other one.
What are you, a toxic woman maggot? What the hell?
that's him.
Oh wait, are you talking about the? Okay, never mind. I'm thinking now.
The Latina.
Oh, Latina!
Ruka.
Holy shit! You,
He
you know,
done
you ever hear that song? You ever heard
That's
that
what I'm
song?
talking about. The Ruka.
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
ever heard that song "Smooth" by Rob Thomas? You know,
I think so.
That ain't
yeah.
him.
there's
That
this
ain't me.
line.
No,
No, there's
that
this
ain't me.
line in it, right? You know, what's his name? The guitar player, the guy,
Carlos Santana.
Carlos
There you go,
Santana was.
yeah, Santana.
He was like singing the song to Santana, and then he had this line where I could change my life to better suit your mood. And it says Santana stopped and looked at him and says, "You married to a Latina?"
I don't know. The one you're talking about, Abby. Yeah, she was actually older than me. She was about.
Yeah.
Oh, how old was
Oh,
she?
okay.
She was about 7 or 8 years older than me.
And
Okay,
doesn't
evidently
because
he
she was
didn't.
fucking
But there was
hot.
there was. Well, yes.
Yes.
Uh,
And she was
Oh.
into you, so I don't know what the hell you were thinking.
I was a dumb shit.
Yes, you were.
I was a dumb shit. Oh well,
Yeah, well,
life goes on.
Yeah, never mix a battered Mars bar with a speckled hen. I don't know what.
He's not coming very well unless you're calling my
It's
mom
not
a
because he
toxic
married
woman.
my mom unless you call
No.
her mom a toxic
No,
woman.
no, this is
No,
like
this was
way,
years. This was
way
years
before I met your mother.
This was what?
I
10,
keep
15
telling your
years.
mother. I keep telling your mother, Alex, that I should have met your mother when I met, wife number 2.
Should have met your
Or
mother when met
wife number 1.
Well, you
I
know how many.
almost got a job in Oregon at a
Remember
golf course
that.
up there. I
What-
I was like so close to taking it, and then I realized it was seasonal.
Yeah.
Like, oh fuck.
Yeah. What are you gonna do with the next
Yeah.
6 months?
You know, you're kind of convincing me that I made a good move by never start drinking.
Both not drinking and getting
Well,
married
see,
because you're a lucky guy.
Bunny. Wookie is a bad example. Very bad
Oh.
example.
Yes, I am.
Well,
Everything happens for a reason. Yeah,
What-
I know.
well, there's inspirational and then there's cautionary.
I
I
know.
think I know which one you are. So
Yeah.
Oh shit.
there's
tell you
be
what,
like me, and then there's like never be like me. never,
Yeah.
never.
Yes.
Right.
Never be like me, Bunny. Fuck.
That's going to be easy for me.
If I could go back in
honestly.
time and change some shit, I sure as a shit would. Some things. Not
Some
all.
things.
Some.
Not all.
Okay. I take
But,
it. I think that the third one was the charm. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Third
All
time's
right.
a charm.
Yes.
Here
it
it
is.
is.
Yep.
There you go.
Papa Cotton in the chat. How's it
Papa.
going, Papa? How you
What's
doing,
up,
sir?
dude?
Welcome. Welcome to
Pardon
the
me
chat.
whilst I get another beverage.
All right. Go right ahead, sir. I'm drinking ice water.
Uh-huh.
Screw you and your beer. I don't have any. Oh yeah, thank you very much for that,
Uh-huh.
Abby. Oh, Papa Cotton, welcome to the chat.
Yeah, that was pretty distinctive ASMR right there.
Yeah.
It might have been the best beer tab pull that I've heard ever.
What,
I might have to clip
what do
that
you
one.
got, Abby?
Huh?
What do you got? Who you drinking?
Tastes great.
Less filling.
It's the creature.
The creature. Hey, I'm up to bat. Great commercials. Oh my God. You couldn't make commercials like that now with the talent they had in those Bud Light commercials, Miller Lite commercials.
I thought you liked me.
A Rainier.
Who's this Rainier? What is this? He's
Longmire's beer? What the hell are you doing with Longmire's beer?
Yes.
Longmire drinks Rainier.
He's in the Great White North. He gets that beer up there.
That's true. He's up there. I'm drinking. My pal and I mixed whiskey and vodka, and I fell down the stairs. Holy shit! Holy shit! I think I did that once. Fell down the stairs.
Well, the good thing about it is if you're drunk, there's the less chance you got hurt.
He just
you
got
don't
done with
stiffen up.
salty cracker. Papa Cotton did. Oh wow, cool. Are you modding over there now? Modding at Salty's? Nice.
Salty's a pretty big channel.
Salty's got it. Oh yeah, I love watching his dude. It's just nuts. I love watching him. When I get a chance, I watch him. It's like freaking the inner zones.
Well, one thing about being drunk and like falling down stuff and do stuff like that is there's a less chance for you to get hurt. That it happens all the time. The drunk driver will get out of the accident way better off than the person they hit
because you can't feel the injuries.
Because they don't stiffen. No, it's because you don't stiffen up.
That's true.
The thing that damages you is when you stiffen up.
Try to brace yourself. Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe that.
I mean, it's been proven. I mean, the guy that went that fatal accident that killed my parents, that guy, he was pretty much almost able to walk away.
That sucks.
Yeah. So I know more about drunk drivers than I ever wanted to know.
There you go.
Picked up by the police. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Now he says after a biker's bash, he fell asleep on the M5 motorway. He thought I was dead.
I was dead. Like that, I saw somebody posted a video of somebody dragging some guy out of the water someplace. And apparently it was in India or someplace, and he wasn't dead. He wasn't drowned. He fell asleep floating. And the guy reached down to pick him out of there, and he woke up. He's like, "Hey, what the hell's going on?" They're dragging him to the beach.
Yeah.
He thought it was a dead body.
Yeah, you'd be surprised. That's one thing when I was learning to swim, and they taught me to float.
Yeah.
They did say that. It's like, make sure you don't fall asleep.
Yeah.
Because you can very easily fall asleep.
Yep. And then there you go.
People on their phones in their cars, that really bugs me.
Me too, man. I hear you.
Well, I've got like a mount, and my phone's like right there, and like I do phone videos all the time.
Cool.
Which,
you gonna be putting up some clips tomorrow?
Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan.
Cool.
If my car makes it down there,
There you go.
There's no guarantee at this point. It's over 200,000 miles.
I hear that. I'm inside 20,000 of 200,000 right now.
Well, I mean, it's 200,000 Subaru miles, which is about 150,000 for other cars. So, for American made.
Nice. Yeah, Subarus can take a beating.
Yep, they really can. They really can. My first car, I was in an accident. The first Subaru I had, the car that made me fall in love with Subaru, and I got collided with about a mid '80s Cutlass, and those things are just sheet metal.
Shit!
Right?
Yeah. Holy crap!
And he nailed me. If I didn't have all-wheel drive, and I hadn't been expecting it because I'm psychic. That's a long story, but I came over the hill and there he was, and I was like, "Oh, today's the day." And and I turned it like right at the last second because I had to get past this like it's ditch right here, and I managed to do a glancing blow, but his car, he tried driving off and he couldn't drive. His whole entire fender was bent in, and so he went like sideways. And my car, it knocked the wheel off, but I was able to open the door, and
Wow.
it hit right there on that pillar, and I was able to open the door. That's how tough Subarus are. And I was like, I think I know the car I'm going to have the rest of my life.
Time Prophet in the chat says a guy here was arrested for eating a Mars bar. It wasn't even battered.
I have no idea what that means.
They deep fry crap over there in England.
Oh, well, they deep fry crap.
Deep
here
fry,
from-
deep
at
fry
fairs.
battered Mars bars. They do battered pizza, Twinkies, Snickers bars. It's crazy.
Well, at least we wait till like fairs and stuff. You know?
Oh, yeah, they're like, screw that. They're professionals at deep frying shit.
Well, I mean, if you look at their
we wait for
breakfast,
fairs.
if you look at their breakfast, just looking at it gives you people heart attacks. So they only fry
They only
Mars
do
bars in Scotland. Oh, okay.
Ah,
Deep fried butter.
butter?
That's a thing.
yes,
That's actually a thing.
it's a thing.
Yeah.
Crap.
That's like a fair food somewhere
Yeah.
out in the Midwest. They actually deep fry sticks of butter.
Yep.
Yeah.
Crazy.
You know,
Uh,
had porridge
had
for
porridge
breakfast
for
with
breakfast with
sultanas. Okay. I think that's a kind of like a banana, some kind of banana.
you know, like small bananas, like a mini, like almost like a plantain, but small.
Yeah. I think that's what that is.
That sounds delicious.
Nah.
Yeah.
I don't know. Porridge, it depends. Porridge can be a very bad thing as well as a decent thing, you know. So sultana's more than like a raisin. Okay, I stand corrected. I didn't quite know what that was. But
I'd rather have a cranberry than a raisin.
yeah, I eat a lot of Raisin Bran.
Dried,
It-
dried cranberries are good.
Craisins. Yeah. You know what? What's a really addictive? Yogurt covered craisins. Believe it or not.
What?
Yeah. I got addicted to those one summer. So pretty much had to have them every day.
That's a cereal, right?
No, it's
Huh?
like a snack food. It's
Okay.
It's
I
like
thought they
fried
had
craisins.
craisin cereals.
I think so. I don't know, but craisins is basically like a sun dried raisin, but it's a cranberry.
Yeah.
But then they like covered them with these yogurt, you know, and I just got addicted to those suckers. I don't know why. You know, sometimes you don't. It's a weird food sometimes get you addicted. But
The brand called Sunmade makes yogurt covered raisins.
yeah, yeah. Well, these were craisins, so
Cranberries, yeah.
Well, they're a little bit more tart, so the sweet was more of a, you know. Anyway.
Breaded battered stuff is the shiz. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yes, a nice clog the arteries. There you go.
Yes, it does.
Okay, Sultana is a dried grape like a raisin, but it comes from a different part of the world. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. You know, it's weird, but I like get really nervous eating figs because of that one scene in Indiana Jones and Raiders of the Lost Ark. You remember that scene where they killed the guy that they put poison on the dates and they killed the monkey?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was just like
Bad dates.
snacking on those things, and all of a sudden it got. I think Sala grabbed his hand and like
Yeah.
knew,
Yep.
Yeah.
and looked
Bad
down
dates.
and the poor little monkey was dead. And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh my god, that was
Right.
that was like. I never. I mean, for some reason that dead monkey, like stuck in my head.
Dead monkey.
It's like a monkey didn't deserve that. Damn it, you know.
Or did it?
No, that's possible. It's possible.
Or
Who knows?
did it?
He could have been a Satanist or something. I don't know.
Who knows?
But yeah, I don't know. It's weird how things will stick with you sometimes.
Yeah.
I don't know who the hell it's made for, but grape nuts suck.
Grape nuts.
The fuck is gravel? Fucking was it oat flavored gravel?
Well, you don't like eating tree bark in the morning?
Tree bark shit, dude. It's freaking gravel.
And you could like eat those and like have mouthful after mouthful, and then suddenly you'll find the one that's like hard as a rock. And
You know what?
Breaks a tooth.
Yeah, it chips a tooth on it. Because they're just small enough to be like right there, and it's like
You can have a bowl of fucking grape nuts with a couple spoonfuls of peanut butter, and then you shit out granola bars.
See ya, Cruel. Have a good night.
oh night,
Good night,
man.
buddy.
All right, see ya.
Good night, buddy. Have a good night, man. We'll see you
Sleep good.
tomorrow afternoon.
Stay warm in your gem jams.
Oh yeah. Yes, it is.
Mhm.
What?
Especially since alcohol, grain alcohol is made from sugar. It's the sugars
Well-
from the grain that produces the alcohol.
Well, me getting off with sugar has been very eye opening.
Yeah.
Yep.
For,
I believe it.
Get off
My
the
health.
white bleached sugar.
yeah,
Get off of it. Stop.
yeah.
It's natural sugars.
Yep.
Well, I mean, it's just been really amazing to me. Just just cutting that out of my diet. Suddenly, my body odor went down. I mean, I was like,
Isn't it
what,
crazy? That's
sugar
the
is
one thing
causing
you
body
notice?
odor.
Yeah,
sugar
exactly.
Is causing body odor. What?
All the chemicals that's created, from all these different things. It's like,
Mm.
yeah, it does. It changes your body odor.
Well, I mean, it's like the sugar like feeds like whatever bacteria is like growing on your skin, and that causes the odor, and so it comes out of your sweat glands and stuff like that. You like sugar instead
Yeah.
of coffee? Yeah, I understand
Coffee.
that.
Yeah.
I've got a friend of mine that they just they put the coffee down and they hand him a bowl of sugar, and he just save him time.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, you got a little coffee and your sugar there,
be
my
me.
man.
Yeah.
That's a little bit of coffee there,
Yeah.
Like that scene in Scrooged, and Bill Murray is like at the beginning of the movie. He's got like a half a can of tab in the glass, and he puts a
Mhm.
splash or a shot of whiskey. And by the end of
Right.
the scene, he's like, he puts a splash of tab on top of the freaking whiskey. It's like,
Well, it's like that saying out of I think it was Dirty Harry, where that lady's she's like pouring all that sugar into his coffee, right?
yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
And he walks out, and he gets out there, and then next thing you know, he comes back in. He's like, he's like, she's like, all these years she has never put sugar in my coffee. Today she put a lot of sugar in my coffee, and I'm thinking
Yeah.
to myself, something's not right here.
yeah,
Right.
something's not right here.
Something's not right here.
Yeah,
Next thing you know, people start dying.
yeah, exactly. Loud bangs.
Did you know they won't show that movie?
They what?
They won't show that movie on network television because he shoots black people.
They just happen to be the criminals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Well, it's because they say that that black people don't rob banks,
Yeah. Okay.
and so it was racist to use black people in those scenes. So
Don't they know that everybody robs banks?
evidently not. I mean, well, there's really not a preponderance of a lot of black people robbing banks. They usually like rob people, steal cars, rob stores, and run out,
Especially
loot
now.
stores, and throw little old ladies in front of trains.
Well, no, it's not called
so-
right. They're not breaking the law now because they
right.
criminalized all that.
Right.
So
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
just taking what's rightfully theirs.
it's only crime. It's only crime in places that don't have a Soros DA. So
Right.
right. There you go.
Middle America.
Solved. Solved. I don't know. I mean, it'd be a really cool gig to have be a black person in Soros DA City. I mean, holy shit. The world's your oyster. Just run into stores and get anything and
Get
rob
what you want.
anybody and steal every car and
Yeah.
right back out on the street. Bob's your uncle. Yeah.
California, if you steal less than like $950, they can't prosecute you.
Hey, you can steal a lot under
It's like going like,
$950.
holy crap, you know?
Arizona just dropped to $250 as a felony.
Yeah.
Anything
Oh,
over
really?
$250 is an automatic felony theft.
Even with Katie Hobbs? Really? Seriously?
Yeah, I believe that's what they did. Yeah.
Wow.
So, because some of these nimrods from California have been coming over here
Uh-huh.
thinking they can just, do a grab and dash,
Mhm.
and finding out that no.
Hmm.
Some have gotten away with it, but then only because they go to specific retailers who have stupid loss prevention rules.
Mhm.
Don't case the perpetrator.
Well,
Huh.
I mean, it's screwed up.
Hey, I just heard somewhere that in Phoenix that the cops are being sued because of excessive force. Yes, and I said that in air quotes.
Yes, I'm sure. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they are.
There's a lot of states that if you like removed that one city, they would be, the rest of the counties are completely red. It's like this one city that's like dragging them.
Yep.
Dragging them into
California.
hell.
Hello.
Yeah, California. If you removed San Francisco, Los Angeles, and San Diego City, you would probably have the reddest state in the freaking union.
Wow.
Just LA alone, you would have a red state.
Wow.
Because LA is the biggest city on the West Coast.
But Orange County is supposedly very red.
You would think they
would
flipped
think.
last election.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of drop boxes
People are
put in Orange County. Let's just say that much.
I think the people in those big cities are suffering. I don't think they necessarily, if they vote, they don't necessarily. I think if they vote, they're doing like the Dropbox thing, and so their votes get kind of like mysteriously not counted. Whether they're black or Latino, it doesn't really matter. It matters more about what ballot they have will determine whether or not their ballot gets counted.
Right.
Well, evidently in Arizona, you can run your own election, so
Yeah, you can. That's right.
Yep. And don't have to recuse yourself or anything. It's just
Governor. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Why not?
Governor's freaking. Yeah, she was installed.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yep.
Yeah.
Her and the DA or the I should say the AG,
Attorney General.
Attorney General and her were, I think, the only Democrats elected.
Well, I mean, once she went into office, the cartel's like, hello.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. From what I heard from an individual that we are acquainted with, who has friends actively in government today, it's an active investigation
on
cartels
and
elections.
Our elections
in Arizona.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just a rumor.
Well,
yeah,
I wouldn't trust anything this administration does.
You can trust them to screw you over.
Yeah, you can trust them to lie to you.
Well, did you hear about this thing that happened in Fulton County?
No.
Okay, there's this judge in Fulton County that's running this. They've got this rapper named Young Thug that's they're trying to get him on RICO charges, right?
Oh, I think I heard about that crazy shit.
I've been what? Okay,
Oh
so this is what happened. So this judge, there's this like the key witness. They took this guy into the room without the defense being present. It's called an ex parte meeting, which is extraordinarily illegal. I mean,
Yeah.
and they colluded with this guy, basically telling him, if you will say what we want you to say, we'll give you complete immunity from any crime you've
Right.
committed.
Yeah.
And this guy's like, oh, I'm not a snitch. And they're like, well, he's like, actually, he says, I'm the one. He said, what happens if I was the one that killed him? And they're like, so we don't care. Just don't bring that up, or we will, we'll put you in jail if you dare say that on the stand, because we don't want you taking,
The blame.
Oh.
the blame. And so he gets so basically he gets out of there. Somebody basically let the defense attorney know about this, and this is like an instant mistrial.
Yeah.
I mean, the judge and Fannie Willis's DA's office, her little henchman was in there, and they were basically telling this guy, this is what we want you to say on the stand. And the judge and the defense attorney were colluding in a meeting that the defense wasn't allowed to be at.
Yeah, exactly.
Didn't even know about, right? And a lot of people think that the guy who told the defense about it was this guy, because he got on the stand and he's immediately like, she asked him his age and he's like, Fifth Amendment.
Nice.
He just started stonewalling. At one point, she came up and questioned him yesterday, and he's like, "Whoa, ooh, you need a shower, lady," And, but think about it is this guy, the defense attorney, brought up, he questioned this, and the guy gave him 20 days in jail.
Yeah, I heard about that. The judge got all pissy with the guy because he called him out on it.
Because he
And
called him out
the
on this.
judge,
And it's just
had
an
the guy
instant
taken away.
This is an instant overturn. Instant overturn.
Yeah.
The fact that this happens is a complete mistrial instantly. This trial is over at this point.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah,
yet-
mistrial.
And yet, this lady who was like the defense attorney for defense attorneys in Georgia,
Mhm.
she came in there and she totally took him behind the woodshed. She kept throwing this law at him, right? These law presidents at him, and he didn't. And he kept like saying, "Oh, which law was that?" Writing it down, and then he had to Google it while we were right there on the stand. And then he's like, "Well, that's an exception. That's not the same thing." And she's like, "Yes, it is. In fact, there's this president, this president, this president." Right?
So this is another attorney that was confronting the judge.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, this is the attorney that was like defending that attorney, the defense attorney, and so basically they're trying to get young thug guy on RICO case. This is like the second biggest case outside of after Trump,
Mhm.
and this is like they're trying to like make their bones on this, right?
Yeah.
And they're just doing all sorts of shady shit trying to get this guy, and it's like what the hell is going on here?
People are watching.
Yeah, I mean it's on
Yeah.
court TV and everything, and I've seen several people like comment, and they're like, I mean, even with the Trump trials, even with the Fannie Willis thing, I've never seen a judge be this blatant. I mean, he makes Marshawn look like he's following the letter of the law. This guy is completely, totally insane. I mean, I've never seen a judge this corrupt, this openly corrupt, this obviously corrupt.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
what the hell has happened in Fulton County? My God.
Yeah, it's funny how these judges are. It reminds me of that movie
Mhm.
with Chevy Chase,
Mhm.
and Dan Aykroyd. It's the one. I can't remember the name.
Spies Like Us.
No, not Spies Like Us. Dan Aykroyd played a corrupt judge in
Okay.
some backwater county somewhere.
Nothing but trouble.
Nothing but trouble.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Chevy
Okay.
Chase, and I think
John Candy was in it
Jimmy
too.
Moore.
John Candy was there.
Yeah, Jimmy Moore, John Candy. Yeah, basically the judge and whoever the sheriff was, which I think was John Candy. They basically would just, people be passing through, they pull them over, arrest them, and then basically shake them down.
Well, I mean, basically
Shake 'em down.
bury them.
Yeah, shake them down. and
But
for money. So
yeah, that movie, there was nobody in that movie that was a good guy. That
Yeah.
movie's just full of bad.
but that
characters.
reminds me how these judges are acting. It's acting almost like that judge that Dan Aykroyd played. But
Yeah.
it's not a movie because they're not actors. They're actually that freaking corrupt.
Now
You
this
see
guy,
you see this shit on these crime shows.
Yeah.
Where if these judges, on these crime shows were doing this, they'd be all hauled off. This is real life, and they're fucking
well, this
just
guy,
blatantly just completely not giving a shit. The dictatorial fuck your laws bullshit. This is what I say.
well,
no
she
one has
tried to get
any
him to
ethics.
recuse himself. She tried to get him to recuse himself. Clearly stating, that this trial is basically over at this point. As soon as it hits appeals, it's over. And he's like, well, it's not out of my court yet. And I'm still the judge here. And and he's like, and don't you forget it. And she's just sitting there like, oh, okay. But I mean, this guy is like, I mean, he is like setting all sorts of, every day is like, how bad can you get as a judge? And he's like shoveling every single day, and it's like, it's just like unprecedented. Some of the stuff he's doing is just completely unprecedented. And he's it's just a DEI hire. He doesn't know the law. They're having to like tell him the law that he's breaking.
Yeah,
right.
I mean, a fucking judge, and they're having to tell him the laws he's violating by doing all this shit.
Well, it just the judges don't care. I mean, they just want their agenda, or they're following an agenda. So.
Well, I mean, I know I expect shit like this in family court. Family court's just full of like tyrants.
Yeah,
female tyrants. But this is like criminal court. I mean, you seeing this on the level in criminal court. Criminal court's usually, I mean, it's not usually not as corrupt as family court. Family court's just full of a bunch of lesbian activists. But
family court needs to be abolished because it's nothing more than a kangaroo court in the first place.
Well, family court is just, I don't understand why women always kind of get everything they're asking for.
Oh yeah.
And
it's a rubber stamp.
It's why? I mean,
have you heard of this? Have you heard of this influencer chick that was like bad mouthing her dad, because he has like a sideline where he does breakdancing and he's like in his 60s?
No.
Okay, no. She was bad mouthing him, right? It's like, oh, my dad, look at him, look at, God bless him, but he didn't pay for anything growing up. He did, he was never around, but look at him go. And then he gets on there because she's hurting his business. And, with this, he asked her to take it down and she wouldn't. So he did a rebuttal video, and this guy's like in marketing. Okay. This guy's a marketing genius. And so he goes step by step, how much money he gave her mother, all the concessions he made, all the bills he paid. He had like family home movies of him with them, stuff like that.
Right.
But this is pertinent right here. This family court judge, okay, he gave his wife the house and gave her like millions of dollars on top of that. And she turns around and starts going after his clients, more trying to find out where his money is, because he thinks there's more money to get, and runs his clients off so he can't pay the bill anymore that he agreed to. And this fucking judge put him in jail because she got pissed off when he told her, I can't pay this. Right. And she's like, and she sent him to jail. And as a matter of fact, he gets to jail and he gets like all the way up to the what's the guy that administrates the jail? The warden. Okay, the warden brings him into the office and says, "What did you do to piss off this judge? You got the max."
Yeah.
And he's like, "I don't know, what are you talking about?" He's like, I couldn't pay this bill. This is what I gave my wife, and she went after my business, destroyed my business, and I couldn't pay it. And he's like, what's the name of the judge? He told him the name of the judge, and he immediately goes, "Oh yeah, she hates men." And at every level, when somebody found out that this dude got max, like the max, sentence, and he's like, what's the name of the judge? And every time he said, he told him the name of that judge's name, and you see a picture of her, and she's Karen. I mean, she is like the picture of Karen beside the dictionary, and she is lesbian Karen. I mean, just perfect lesbian Karen. Dark hair, high forehead, the whole shit, right?
Right. Well, we all know who Dave Foley is, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, he got gored. He got gored.
He got divorced several years ago, but he got divorced at a time when he was still on news radio, I think, and making a lot of money.
Yeah.
Right. So he had to pay alimony and all to the ex-wife and stuff, but he was at news radio at the time doing that show. Well, he hasn't really done anything since news radio of any length, and so his income has kind of went down. So he's having a hard time paying the alimony and stuff and the child support, or he was. I think the children are grown now, but the judge wouldn't lower the support, and he was like scraping by to get things paid.
Yeah,
it's sad because every time he would do something, it was just in his account for seconds and then gone.
Yeah.
Family court is full of corruption and needs to be disbanded.
Yeah, Dave Foley was a household name, and he was living hand to mouth in like motel rooms.
Yes,
because of this.
Yes,
and every time he did something, like he did a comedy tour, and all that money went straight to this crazy ex-wife. And I saw him. He told the story on early Joe Rogan podcast,
right?
And I was like, holy shit, because Joe, he's like, Joe was like, he's like, so you got a pretty successful career, and he's like, I've got nothing to show for it.
Yeah,
and Joe's like, whoa, what happened? And he's like, let me share, and it was this one family court judge, and she just completely, totally ruined his life.
And I think he went back up to Canada just to so he didn't have to pay it.
Yeah, it got that bad to where he literally had to leave America. And
he is Canadian, but I mean,
yeah. Well, he would have to fly in and be gone the next day. Every time he did something in America, we'd have to fly in, do it, and then be gone.
Right.
Because it was almost like he was like a fugitive from justice.
Airport.
But he kept paying. He paid what he could instead of paying what they were demanding.
He didn't pay nothing, but he couldn't pay the full.
Right. Right. And this has happened to a lot of people. I know of a man here in town, and he found out about a child that he didn't know existed. Okay. Yeah. And this child, by the time he found out about him, was like 13 years old. Evidently this skanky chick that he'd gotten with 13 years earlier. And basically, for him, it was like a one night stand, and evidently she had the child and told this other guy that it was his child.
Oh, shit.
And so all these years later, there was a blood test that happened, and that guy found out that he wasn't this boy's child, and she fessed up. She fessed up and told him the truth, and so he went looking for his real dad, and he met his real dad, and this guy was like overwhelmed. He'd never had a kid, and so he was overwhelmed to actually have a kid, and wanted him in his life and everything, and agreed that okay, well, I want you in my life. Next thing you know, that bitch came after him for back child support.
No.
Yes.
Why am I not surprised, though?
Ruined his life. Yeah. Ruined his life. Completely, totally put him in bankruptcy. And he didn't even know this kid existed. But the day that he said, yeah, I'd like to have you in my life, that bitch went after him for child support. Back child support. I mean... I kid you not. I mean, it is just not worth it.
No, it's not.
And that's the reason why the white race in America is under a lot of danger right now because white women are so impossible.
Right.
These young white women are so impossible for any man to have any dealings with that they're completely going to all the ladies of color or people from other cultures coming in.
Well,
They're-
Bye, Alex.
Remember the Me
Later.
Too movement? You know,
Yeah.
several few years ago.
Yep.
You
Yep.
have a guy go on a date with a woman, and it goes bad, and the woman accuses the
Mm-hmm.
guy of something, and
Yep.
what's his defense? You know?
Well, let me tell you how hypocritical they are. You know what killed the Me Too movement?
Women.
I think I know, but go ahead.
Tara Reid killed
Yeah.
the Me Too movement. She comes forward with legitimate allegations about the present resident in chief, and had evidence, had like, you know, people knew about this going way back, and they came forward and said, yeah, she told me about this after it happened. But when she went to Times Out, which was the organization that was behind Me Too, the president of Times Out resigned and dissolved the whole organization rather than do something, rather than back up Tara Reid.
Right. Well, see, I thought you were going to say it was the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp trial that ended the Me Too movement.
Well,
Well, she's just a cokehead.
Yeah, well, she's a batshit crazy one.
that kind of like put the nail in the public face of it, but the
Yeah.
organizational structure of it died with Tara Reid.
Yeah.
But that was like
With
that
the-
was like the final nail in the coffin of the visual.
Yeah, with
face of it.
legitimate claims with receipts.
Well, it
Like,
didn't.
we can't have any of that
helped
shit.
that Asia Argento slept with a 13-year-old kid that played her son,
Oof.
Like,
and yeah, and he had like pictures of it.
shit.
Ugh.
Shit.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ugh.
You ever see the show No Ordinary Family? It was about a family that kind of got.
I remember
superpowers.
about it. I remember
That's
of it.
right,
I don't
B-Dog.
think I watched it.
Well, the son in that he was like pretty big for a while. He was in a lot of stuff, but he was like 12, 13 years old, and Asia Argento had basically took him to bed with her, and she actually played his mother in like an earlier role. That's how they knew each other.
Oh boy.
And this is Asia Argento, like one of the big Me Too, Epstein accusers.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and Anthony Bourdain was like her husband at that time, or not husband, well, whatever they were. But
Well, I think that's
well,
he drove him nuts and killed him.
well, I know it didn't help.
No.
But certainly didn't help. But that they're like saying that because this kid had like pursued her for like hush money, that it wasn't legitimate. And it's like it's not legitimate. He was fucking 13 years old, and she played
Right.
his mother.
Yeah.
You know? She was old enough to be his mother.
Holy shit.
I mean, golly, that's icky. That's icky.
Yeah, pretty much. Holy crap.
But the reason why he pursued money from her is because he had all these therapy bills, and his career dried up, and he couldn't pay his therapist and stuff from trying to straighten his head out. And that's why he went after money to like support himself,
Yeah.
because she screwed him up. He couldn't hold any roles anymore or whatever.
Yep.
Because she basically like slept with him a couple months and then dumped him, and he was, he didn't take it well, 13-year-old,
Oh, yeah, exactly. Papa Cotton in the chat says, have we looked into Isaac Kappa yet?
I think that's for cryptids and conspiracies. No, we have not yet.
We have
Yeah.
not yet.
We're working down the list. We'll
We
get
got a
there.
list.
Yeah, we definitely have a list.
A lot
there.
of interesting things to say about Hollywood. And so does AJ
Well-
Pensa. AJ
Yeah.
Pensa's got a lot of
AJ
interesting,
Pensa.
interesting
We're
comments.
also
love that
looking
guy.
into the case behind the changeling. Have you heard of that?
Oh. No.
Okay.
Sounds
The-
interesting though.
Okay. This is the Changeling's like a Clint Eastwood movie, right? From a few years ago. I had Angie, what's her name in it? But
Dickinson?
no, Angela
Jolie,
Angela Jolie, right?
Angelina Jolie.
Angelina Jolie. Okay.
another crazy bitch.
It was called, yeah, exactly. But this was about a case that happened in the teens. Okay, the L.A. Police Department. This woman went to them because her son disappeared, begging them to look for her son,
I
and
remember this movie.
they found a kid in Illinois wandering around alone by himself. Had her pay for his train ticket to come back to L.A. because he fit the description. And he gets off the train and it's not her son. And they told him, take him home with you and try him out. And then when she came
Couldn't
back to
find
them,
your son, but try this one.
yeah, exactly. When she went back to them, because they announced, we found the kid, you know, all held the LAPD. And but she went back to them and she's like, this is not my son. I have the dental records. I have all his relatives, you know, that can give testimony. This is not him. And then the kid and basically they put her in a sanitarium because they're like, because she wouldn't take the gaslighting that was her son. Because they found her son. They're not going to look for any, you know, they found him,
shit.
right? And
Case closed.
they tried to gaslight her into believing that was her son and she wouldn't do it. And they stuck her in a sanitarium. And it took a month in a sanitarium. Back then, sanitariums were like gulags, okay?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they put her through ECT while she was in there. They electroshocked her head while she was in there
Fuck.
to try to get her to take the gaslighting that was her son. And after a month, this child finally figured out that, you know, they promised him when he got to LA that he would get to meet his idols, you know, that some of the actors that were his idols. And so he came to LA expecting to be introduced to these idols. And then when he got there and this lady he didn't know, and found out that, you know, she was missing and he felt guilty, he went and confessed. And it still took about a couple more weeks before they got her out of there.
Yeah, of course.
And the only reason they did is because this one preacher who was like, you know, trying to get the LAPD to fess up to some of their crimes, he stayed on it. He stayed on them every day, and he went to the press, and that's the only reason that's the only thing that it turned out that there was a serial killer in the area who may or may not be grooming children for Hollywood.
That happened back then.
Yeah, happened.
Yep.
And they thought that maybe he was a victim of that guy, but they tried to force this lady to take a child that wasn't her own.
Yeah.
And so that's a fascinating case.
Wasn't one of the actors in that the guy on Burn Notice?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that show. It was a good show.
I see. What is his name?
Yeah, I've seen him in a couple different.
Jeffries,
he was in some
maybe.
Yeah.
something like Jeffries. I know he was in some sci-fi show in a cameo. I thought it was weird.
Oh, he was in a cameo and Witchblade. That might be what you remember.
You know, some weird sci-fi movie.
He was also
or
in a show
TV
called Touching Evil, the American version of it, which was a really good show.
Yeah.
But
yeah, Burn Notice was a good show.
Yeah, Burn Notice was really solid. It's Jeffrey Donovan.
Donovan, there we go. Yeah.
Jeffrey Donovan, yeah. He's a brilliant actor.
Yeah, he's a good actor.
But yeah, that's a fascinating movie. By the way, the minister was played by John Malkovich, so yeah. There was some scenery chewed. Brother.
Oh man.
but she what really sprang it was the fact that after she got out of they spent all that time trying to get her to sign a non-disclosure agreement that the LAPD had no fault in this, and she wouldn't do it. And so she lied to them that she had, and they let her go. And she walked right on the sidewalk and went into a press conference and told them what was going on. A hastily called press conference
Nice.
that kind of like assembled right outside the asylum. And
Yeah.
she went
Nice.
out there and told them everything that was going on, and the jig was up.
Oh
And
yeah.
then she sued the city and won, never got paid, and she
Of
sued
course.
the officer and won and never got paid. So she gets buried in an unmarked grave in L.A.
Hmm.
A place called Wineville. But it's a suburb of L.A. But a lot of people think that serial killer was basically wrangling children for Hollywood concerns, because there's a lot of kids that went through there that disappeared and they never found remains
Well,
for. So.
You know that, I mean, what's his one of the Corys? Was it Feldman?
Feldman.
They pretty
Nah.
much blacklisted him. He's been trying to talk about it, and no one will listen to the guy.
He's been talking
Well,
about
he
the whole,
doesn't help.
grooming thing for years.
Yeah,
He doesn't,
yeah,
he
he's
doesn't
got
help
his.
himself. He
Yeah,
doesn't help.
He's
at all.
got his problems,
No.
of course, but
Right.
can you imagine that maybe some of those problems were induced by
You watched the
shit
two
that he went through?
You watched the two Corys, and like the last year of Corey Haim's life, he was doing that show with Corey Feldman,
Right.
and they broke that kid. They destroyed him utterly and completely. And I mean, I saw his roles early on. He had so much promise. Man, he was good.
Oh, Corey Haim. Yeah.
Corey Haim was genius. I mean, he was a brilliant actor. I mean, there's some Lucas, and even stupid throwaway stuff like the Lost Boys. He was just genius, man.
Mhm.
But he had to. You could see his deterioration as his roles went on. But that when he had a sparkle to him, and they just ruined him.
Yeah.
Totally
Yeah.
ruined. There's a scene in the two Corys where he discovers that he keeps trying to tell Corey Feldman, he's like, I got this great idea for the Lost Boys 2, right? And he was like real excited about it. He's like, I'm writing this down and stuff like that. And Corey Feldman eventually had to show him the poster that he was in he had done a cameo in Lost Boys 2. It already happened.
Holy shit!
And they thought he was having a heart attack. It like floored him so bad.
Crushed him.
Mm.
Yeah, because he never even got a call. He didn't know it existed.
Wow.
And
that
Corey,
Was that Corey Haim or Corey
Haim? Corey
Yeah.
Haim. Corey Feldman had actually been in. He was actually in it for like a cameo, and so he had a poster on his wall. He had all his roles, up on his walls.
Right.
And he kept keeping him out of this room because the poster was hanging on the wall in that room. And finally, he's like, his wife is like, you got to tell him. You got to tell him.
Right.
He's getting his hopes up. And so he basically took him into that room and he showed him the poster. He's like, this happened. This has already happened. It was a B movie that went straight to video.
Right.
And I had a cameo in it. But they didn't call him. They didn't even call him. They ruined that kid and then they blacklisted him. For
Yep.
falling apart. It's evil,
Because
evil,
of
vile
their
piece
doing.
of shit place. Yeah. It's evil, vile piece of shit place, man.
Yep.
I-
Hollywood's a
if
cesspool.
The world,
Well, it is.
Hollywood is the dark heart of this world, man. It really is.
Why anybody wants to get involved in that industry now, or even then, I guess. It's
Well,
it blows my mind.
at least there. I mean, getting involved in other places, in the industry that's away from there, there's a chance, but getting involved with anybody directly connected, no. The TV series was pretty decent. Yancey Butler, who was playing Sarah Bazzini, had a drinking problem, and that ruined the show. But what really ruined the first season's perfect. The first season's absolutely perfect, but they screwed up because at the end of the first season they completely retconned it. And a character that had been dead that whole entire first season, they brought him back as a series regular for the second season, and they didn't know what to do with him.
Oh my god!
And it just ruined the whole show. That for one season, it was like this perfect show because it had this perfect symmetry from beginning to end. But then at the end, they completely retconned the whole entire season, the whole entire series up to that point. And then when they came back for the second season, they didn't know what to do with themselves because they had completely ruined their own lore.
Right.
Nice.
And it's like, well, it's a brilliant first season, but that's the only season really worth watching because they just destroyed it. But I tell you what, I mean,
they have good. When someone comes up with a good idea and they do good, and then for
Mhm.
whatever reason, I mean, it turns to instant shit. When they keep going for whatever reason, the people in charge or the writers or something or everybody,
mhm.
they kill it.
Well, you have to know where you're going to go. You have to know. You have to have some kind of idea about where you're going to go with something.
Yeah.
And you see it all the time where people they don't end it at the point where the arc closes because they got renewed for another season, and it's god awful.
Yeah.
Supernatural. As soon as that first arc ended, the show needed to end, and yet, when you send one of them to hell, where the hell do you go from there? You know? And yet we had like 15 seasons.
Yeah.
The Darkness was better. Oh, okay. I don't think she was. She was in a show called Man and Machine.
I liked Warehouse 13 though. That was a good series.
Warehouse 13 was a decent show.
And some good stuff. Eureka wasn't bad either. Then they did the crossover stuff, which was okay.
Yeah.
It was it wasn't bad, let's put it that way. It wasn't this woke bullshit,
Yeah.
He wasn't in season 4, actually. That was Dick Van Dyke's son.
Right. Well, that's why season 4 was crap.
Yeah.
Because he wasn't in it. Because his drinking was.
Yeah. Yeah. His drink is legendary. Jan Michael Vincent, talk about a career going.
Yeah.
I saw him in Hooper. With Burt Reynolds.
I remember.
Good movie.
Wasn't he also in The Mechanic with Charlie Bronson?
Charles Bronson.
Yeah, first one, yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect role for him. Role for him. That's a great ending on that. That's one of the first surprise endings I ever remember seeing.
Right.
Because you get to the end of that and you're thinking he got away scot-free. He's a guy's got the guy's house, he's got the guy's everything, and he's got the guy's car.
Yeah.
Because that's the first role I ever saw Charles Bronson die. And it's like jarring. It's like, Charles Bronson is dead? No way.
Kill Santa? No.
Yeah.
But that I think the Airwolf is the greatest television show vehicle of all time. That chopper is just badass.
Yeah.
That and Kit are the two most awesome vehicles.
I think they were iconic vehicles of the 1980s.
There's a bunch of them, yeah.
Along with the A-Team van. I love that freaking
General Lee.
The General Lee.
The General Lee. Yeah.
The Red Tomato from Starsky and Hutch. I mean, there's some pretty iconic
Gran
vehicles.
Torino.
Yep. Yeah, the Torino, yep.
Yeah, there's a
Starsky
lot
and
of...
Hutch was more 70s than 80s, but yeah, that's definitely an iconic car.
Well, just speaking of iconic
or the Gold Firebird from Rockford Files.
Yeah, there you go. Right. Yeah.
Now you're talking.
Firebird,
That was very iconic. That was very iconic.
That piece of shit Volvo that Columbo used to drive around.
Right.
That was iconic. That was very iconic.
Looked like it had been cleaned in like forever.
To tell you the truth, Peter Falk was so brilliant. There was never a show where I didn't underestimate him.
No.
You know how brilliant he is.
Just
You
one more.
know how brilliant he is, and yet you still think he's slow or something. And
Excuse
then
me. How about that? Just one more thing.
one more thing, or a thing.
One
you know?
more thing.
One more thing.
And then he's like,
I'll tell you what.
"Gotcha."
I'll tell you what. The TV Columbo versus the movie Columbo, like the first movie they did. Holy shit! Peter Falk is a massive asshole in that movie. Columbo was an asshole.
I didn't see that
Complete
movie.
100%. Oh, like
I
they
didn't
did
see the
the
movie.
first one back in like the 1960s that they did with him.
Mhm.
That was a TV movie or just a regular movie, but it was before the series.
Well,
Holy
it's
shit,
funny.
He was just,
One of my favorite episodes though was like his horror novelist or no, this mystery novelist, right?
Remember that?
And that whole entire time, that guy was like, "I'm smarter than you. I'm smarter than you." And Columbo, and then Columbo was like, at the end of it, he's like, "Yeah, you were smarter than me." He says, and you kept saying me that, and I was thinking, he's like, "You know what? He's so smart. What if he wrote it down somewhere?"
Right.
And then he's like, "So did his book."
yeah.
The funniest movie I saw Peter Falk in was The In-Laws with Alan Alda.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Alan,
Alan Arkin.
Alan Arkin.
Yeah.
Alan Arkin.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Murder by
Hilarious
death.
movie.
That was
Murder by
Murder
Death.
by Death. Murder by
Murder
Death.
by Death. Oh my
shit.
God.
Peter Sellers and holy
Yeah.
shit.
Alec Guinness.
Alec Guinness.
Mhm.
Fucking Truman Capote.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And I forget the name of that redheaded actress that played that played in it, but she was funny. I remember her from a couple of sitcoms.
Mhm.
She was great. But yeah.
That.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
she did play a serial killer. She just happens where her own murder happens. She's
Yeah.
Right.
You know, if you see,
wasn't Mickey Spillane in Murder for Death?
I think he was, yeah.
Murder by Death. Yeah, somebody played Mickey.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, he's right. You know, there used to be this running joke: if you see Angela Lansbury show up at your party, leave.
Yeah.
Okay?
Right.
If Jessica Fletcher's at your party, somebody ain't long for this world.
Yeah, exactly. Like, holy shit. She shows up right in time for the murder. What the fuck? There's a connection here, Matlock. What the hell?
She's like she's like a human harbinger or something.
I know. Like, fucking. It's like whenever Doctor Who showed up someplace, some shit happened.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like, what the hell? Angela Lansbury shows up. Here's Mrs. Fletcher. Oh shit.
I don't know if you guys have seen these
Leave.
recently, but the Knives Out series, I think has been pretty fun to watch.
The
Ryan
movie?
Johnson. I'm not watching anything
With that
Ryan
movie?
Johnson does.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. I haven't seen
Ruin Johnson.
it. Ruin
Ruin
Johnson.
Johnson.
Yeah.
The first one was pretty good. Had a lot of plot twists.
Now,
and stuff.
the thing is, Daniel Craig's in that too.
He's in
and-
both of them.
But
Yeah.
he's fat.
Well,
He
that's the
plumped
character
up for
he's
that
playing.
movie. He plumped
Yeah.
up. I think he actually plumped up for it. That's not like, well,
No.
some of it's probably makeup, but some of
Well,
it's probably
But
actually
he's
him.
he's playing a character. He's playing a spoof, and the running joke is, you know, he's the Kentucky Fried CSI kind of thing. You know.
Does he have a southern accent?
Yeah. he
Oh
does.
yeah. Oh yeah. It's
A
hilarious.
really bad one.
Because it's
A
over
really
the
bad
top.
one.
Because he does it over the top.
Right, because he's
You know,
got such a English accent.
You
so-
can always tell a fake Southern accent.
Oh, God.
You can
And
always tell one.
his character's name is Benoit Blanc. So he plays this character so hilarious. I think that's why I watched both movies, because it's so funny to watch.
I
him.
wanted to watch the first one, even though I despise Jamie Lee Curtis.
Did you know that John Malkovich played Poirot? And,
oh yes, he did.
yeah,
He
he's
played
been
Hercule Poirot. Yes, he did.
Yes.
He
And
did.
He was good. He was really good.
He was good. He wasn't bad. I prefer David Suchet, honestly. David
Well,
Suchet.
I
even
do,
though,
but if you can't
know,
have David Suchet, that wasn't too bad.
Yeah. Well,
I think Mr.
I didn't
Bean,
like Albert Finney. I didn't like Albert
Right.
Finney, but Peter Ustinov
Yes.
was good. Ustinov was good.
Well, Peter, I'm sorry, Rowan Atkinson, who played Mr. Bean,
Yeah.
he did a version of Maigret that was really
What?
good. Yeah,
Nice.
So anyway, Hugh Laurie played a convincing American. Yeah, Hugh Laurie is very
Oh,
convincing American.
God,
Yes.
Hugh Laurie
Very
was a
convincing
freaking
American.
genius.
I loved him on House.
Holy shit, he's good.
Hugh Laurie is a freaking
And
genius.
he is like top notch jazz
He-
pianist too.
But it wasn't he just didn't he start out as a comedic actor? Because all this
Yes.
wasn't he like on Blackadder and stuff like
Worcester
that?
and
Blackadder.
Jeeves. Worcester and
Was
Jeeves.
he on The Young Ones?
I
or
don't
was it
know,
somebody else?
I don't know.
but he did Worcester and Jeeves. Which
Oh,
was,
but Hugh
very
Laurie,
funny.
fucking House was just my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
I liked House.
What-
I was sad when that show went off the air.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
that
definitely.
sucked. But I don't know. I guess it didn't run its course. But
Yeah. Yeah. Well, they didn't really have any other place to go. I mean, how many more exotic
yeah,
you know, issues can somebody have? You know,
right.
they're getting down to where somebody like get bit by a tick in third grade, and then you know they broke a pencil lead off under their skin. You know, two weeks ago, and it's the combination of the two, and it's like, what?
Yeah. What?
It's like, what the hell?
What the hell? What the hell?
What the hell?
Their resident
Blackadder.
Englishman.
Yep.
Mm.
Yeah. The smart part of the small part of the young ones. Yeah. Blackadder.
Did you know Rowan Atkinson's actually a big car collector?
No.
Yeah. He wrecked one of the only M1 McLarens.
What?
Yeah.
What?
He wrecked an
I bet you they
M1
like that.
McLaren. Yeah. One of the only ones in the world. He
And he's
wrecked it.
still alive?
Barely. He
They
almost
didn't kill him?
almost killed him. It almost killed him. It's like $3 million car right there. 3.7, I think. But
What the hell?
yeah,
Hugh Laurie played the part so long, couldn't get rid of the limp after the part. Yeah. Well.
yeah.
Yeah.
He was in that. He was in that Michael J. Fox movie, The Mouse with the Mouse. He played the dad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he was pretty good in that. I
He
don't
also
think they
played,
used him. I don't think they used him as best based on his skills.
No.
But
He was in
good
a
it.
movie with Dennis Quaid called Rise of the Phoenix or something like that,
Oh, I haven't seen that.
where they crash in the middle of the desert somewhere and they got to figure out how to get out.
No, I haven't seen that.
Okay.
Sounds like that was a remake.
I don't know if it was a remake or not.
Okay, Rowan Atkinson's M1 McLaren. He used the cars as on school runs, cross-continental holidays, and just for poodling around to the shops. But he wrecked it. He wrecked it twice. The thing has a 6.1 liter V12 engine. It's considered one of the fastest cars in the world for over 2 decades almost. And he wrecked it twice, but then he wound up selling it for £7 million, and
Which
with
is
profit.
probably close to 10 million American dollars.
It's actually he sold it for like 12 million, but it was 7 million in profit. So
Nice.
LDG. LDG in the chat.
Yep.
can you imagine driving an M1 McLaren on school
LDG,
runs?
how's it going? Yeah.
LDG, what's up, man?
I'm just going to the market in my M1 McLaren.
Yeah, I'm serious. Yeah.
Pick up some
Yeah.
milk and eggs.
In my M1 McLaren. Yeah. Shit.
Because I got to have it really fast.
The first car to top, I think it's the first car to top, I'm at 300 miles an hour or something.
Yikes.
Oof.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Was it faster than the Bugatti?
The Bugatti replaced it as the fastest car, but it held that for a long time. But Bugatti broke that record. But
What was that car that Evil Knievel used to have? That was a crazy ass looking freaking custom car.
Yeah. I think it was a custom car.
I think, if I'm not mistaken, I had a Hot Wheels or a Matchbox car of that damn thing.
huh.
But it was there was a name for it. I don't know if it wasn't a Stutz. or maybe it was called a Stutz. I don't know, but
Yeah,
crazy ass.
I'm not sure. That's the era of Big Daddy Don Ross, so there's no telling what the
Back in the
car was.
70s.
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
like
yeah.
the height of one-off cars. You know,
Oh yeah.
you never sure what you would
Evil,
see.
Evil Knievel was getting all the trim with that car.
Well, you had
Well,
that, and
he was married during the whole time too. So
Yeah,
he was
exactly.
You know.
well,
Crazy time.
you know that chick had him like out the ass with the
Right.
the insurance. You know,
Oh,
Oh
Yeah.
God.
yeah,
I'm sure he kept life insurance on him.
big time.
Robbie Knievel actually broke all of his records.
Yeah,
did
but he
more
doesn't
death.
get the credit.
Yeah, he did all the death. He did more death defying stunts than any other stuntman
Farther
or any
and
other.
longer and higher and all that. Yeah.
He actually completed the Caesar's Palace
Right.
fountain jump.
But he doesn't get credit for his
No.
events and stuff like Evil did because Evil
No.
was using heavier bikes and they didn't have the
Yeah.
power and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Robbie's
Right.
using bikes that are lighter, more
Yep.
powerful engines and stuff like that, and more
Yep.
technology. So they're saying, well, his doesn't count. Well, no, he's doing the things that Evil couldn't do and doing them
Right.
better. You know,
And died of like liver cancer. After
Yeah.
all that, I mean, we're talking about somebody that broke like just about every major
Yeah,
jumping record
every-
on the planet, and then he died of like liver cancer. So
right?
I guess if after all that you die of natural causes, that means you were good.
Ah,
But Evil, when
Yeah.
Evil first started jumping, though, he was using Triumph bicycles.
yeah,
He
yeah.
switched to
He was
Harley
using
because
the-
he wanted more horsepower.
Yeah. Yeah, he was using a Triumph in the beginning. So, and they still make that wind-up toy too.
Mhm.
I got one.
The
I had
stunt
it.
one. You told me
I
about
got it.
that. The freaking Cam has had one or two too. You can still get them,
Mhm.
and I don't know who's making them, but I guess they're retro, but they're identical.
Right.
So somebody bought the dies and stuff like that for the manufacturing of the bikes and the material.
Yeah.
And then the figure and stuff like that. So,
First
Oh.
thing I got, I whipped that
Yep.
thing on and jumped it off the stairs.
yeah.
Well, one thing that Robbie Knievel figured out about why his dad kept like messing up the landings was that his dad was favoring to one side, and it was like a subconscious thing that happened. So when he on his takeoff, he would basically have a balance shift that caused him to go just like a hair bit off every time. And so when he landed, he didn't land square. You know, he looked square, but he didn't land square, right?
I wonder if
'Cause-
it was like an equilibrium thing with all the crashes that he did have.
It might have been
possibly.
because you know he had like had the accident early on, which
Right.
like sending down that road, and Robbie just thought that basically had an equilibrium problem, but because Robbie like fixed that, you know, with when he did his jumps, and he was able to land
Right.
a lot more jumps than his dad ever did. You know,
Yeah, absolutely.
that whole Caesar's fountain jump. You have to land in the parking garage on the down ramp.
Yeah, that's
Right.
a crazy freaking one. It's
That
like
is
almost going
You got
straight
columns
up and
stuff in the
straight
way.
down. It's like,
Yeah, that is nuts.
yeah.
Everybody's like that. There ain't no way anybody could ever do that one, but
Well, I
he
saw
did
the
it.
jump to Robbie jumped across buildings.
Yeah.
Two
Yeah,
buildings,
that
two
was
skyscrapers.
insane.
Because
Yeah.
your landing is
And they had
this
like
big,
some
they
they
postage
had like
stamp.
nets and
Yeah.
freaking
Yeah.
hay bales and all kinds of airbags and shit for him to
Right.
like go into. Holy shit. I remember that. That was freaking psycho.
Well, one thing that he embraced that his dad never did is he embraced spatial mechanics. He had
Yes.
people actually got into the mathematics of it.
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
His dad was all about instinct. He thought that you would ruin the showmanship of it if you made it too technical. But Robbie's like,
Right.
you know, after seeing his dad in like Traction all those
Yeah,
years. He's like,
exactly.
You know, the whole rocket car thing going across the Snake River, there's
Yeah.
still a controversy about that. Did he hit the chute early? Did it go off early? You know, no one really has a definite on
No
that.
one knows. Yeah, it's yeah.
well, it's believed it was a malfunction and their parachute came out early. That's why he
I-
always said, but the manufacturer was like, no, he pulled it early.
Well, the
I
thing is that the fact that he never tried to reattempt it, they're saying, well, he got scared. You know,
Well, wouldn't you?
I'd be shitting my pants. Yeah.
Yeah. I used to have an electric toothbrush.
Yes.
That was the Evil Knievel Snake River jump thing.
Yeah, right.
It unfortunately did not have replaceable heads, and it ended up getting
Mm.
done away with.
Worn out.
But I wish I had the damn thing still. But yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, and he turned up in the Bionic Woman.
he
oh,
turned
yeah.
up everywhere. He was
He was
everywhere.
everywhere.
Yeah,
He was
he marketed himself pretty
yes,
damn good.
he did. And he was yep,
Mhm.
that he did. A great American success story.
Right.
You know, it's funny. My dad was a amateur.
From Butte, Montana.
My dad was an amateur artist, and all those years ago, I think I thought that he drew Elvis, but now in reflection, I think he drew Evil Knievel
Knievel.
because there was like stars on the lapel, and for some reason I thought that he was drawing Elvis because it was around 1977 when Elvis passed, and but now upon reflection, I just realized he was probably drawing Evil Knievel. Holy shit!
More than likely, yep.
Yeah, wouldn't doubt it. Kind of dressed the same if you think about it.
They did. They both had the jumpsuits and everything.
Jumpsuit with the big belt on and the
Yeah.
high collars, and you know.
But I remember there was stars because I colored it,
Yep.
so I remember there was stars on the lapel, so it had to be Evil Knievel.
The thing with the stunt bike, though, I'm still searching because it's rare. You can still find it though. The blue suit that he wore in England
Yes,
when he did
that was a hard one to find. There's a lunchbox. There's like 3 or 4 different Evil Knievel lunchboxes that were made. The one that's hard to find is the blue one. When he's wearing that blue suit. So, Yep. But the blue suited one is a hard one to find. And stars too. Look, he has stars too. Yeah, occasionally. I don't have stars. I have flowers. It's a Hawaiian shirt. The hell. It's a Hawaiian. It's a green Hawaiian shirt with flowers on it. You know. Stars.
Yeah.
Until we meet again.
Well, I've got to get up early tomorrow, so guys,
Yeah, you do, brother. It's like after 10 o'clock over there.
Yeah, it's
You
getting there.
got a little bit of a drive too, huh?
Yeah, an hour and a half one way,
All right.
but
Ooh,
Well,
why?
tell us. It's
Well-
HeroCon, dude.
it's the
Oh, okay.
largest. It's the largest con in the southeast.
you go.
Everybody's going to be there. Everybody. So
In that Charlotte, North Carolina.
Charlotte, North Carolina. Yeah,
There you go.
the only good thing in Charlotte, North Carolina. So yeah.
I beg to differ. I've got a high school friend who is a physician's assistant there. She lives in North Carolina now, in Charlotte.
Well,
And she is
Charlotte.
hot.
Yeah, but Charlotte is our LA, our Phoenix. Okay. So it's pretty much a blue city.
Your version of a shithole.
Well, she's not. She's
Yeah.
not one of those crazies.
Anyway, nice. There you go.
Anyway,
All right. Well, I'm gonna head out as well. So,
Yeah.
Bunny, have a safe trip over there.
I'll be recording it tomorrow. I'll be
Nice.
uploading videos
Yeah,
all
I'd
day
like to-
long. So,
Yeah, I can't wait to see those, man. That'll be cool.
all
and
right.
then tomorrow morning we'll be on. Be myself and Cruel Beer Ab, and we're going to talk about the great Lego Caper tomorrow on Laughing at Fuzzball.
Woo!
9 o'clock Pacific and noon Eastern.
And Cryptids is on at 4 o'clock Pacific tomorrow night.
4
Yeah.
o'clock Pacific. Yep. tomorrow. Cryptids and Conspiracies, a Rumble
Spring
exclusive.
Hill Jack.
We are on Rumble
Spring
exclusive
Hill.
with Cryptid.
Spring Hill Jack.
What the?
Spring Hill
Uh,
Jack.
Oh, good.
Spring
Here
Hill
we go.
Jack. Woo!
Super. Thank you very
All
much.
Thank you, everybody in the chat, for being here. Papa Cotton, LDG, B Dog, Time Prophet. I'm sure there was some other people in there. If I didn't get you, I apologize, but thank you anyway for showing up. Thank you to everybody watching us on YouTube and on Rumble tonight. And again, tomorrow morning on YouTube, and I'll do a simulcast on Rumble. We'll be talking about Lego theft on Laughing at Fuzzball and with Cruel Beer Ab, and then also tomorrow night at 4 Pacific, 7 Eastern, Cryptids and Conspiracies, Rumble exclusive. So we'll be over there. Everybody, have a great evening, and we will see you tomorrow. If I can find out how the hell I can fix this. And all right,
Fix what?
everybody, guess what? What?
Fix what?
This.
We all just want to party. Yes, yes, we don't care